All right. Let's turn stuff on and off. That's not it. That's not it. There we go. Good evening, friends. And welcome to another Sci stream quite a bit later than the others. That stream went on for 5 hours and may have gone on for 5 more if I hadn't said anything. Kari, the music you just heard was called Garfont Mercenaries from the Xenoblade 2 soundtrack. Not to be confused with the Night version. Should be able to Google it, no problem. Garfont, G-A-R-F-O-N-T, Mercenaries. I play a lot of the Xenoblade soundtrack, it's great, and it also doesn't seem to flag copyright protection, so that's nice. I recommend basically all of it, and you'll be hearing, slowly, my favorites as we set up. Okay, I got way too many windows open right now. What are you bidding at? Alright. So when we last left, not a whole lot was going on. I was trying to find some crystal silk or something? Yeah, that's right. I have a quest to give them 2 jumpers, and I have exactly 49 crystal silk when I need 50. So, barring something weird happening, I guess that's not going to happen. But, the last raid we did was 8 versus 4. We handled it because we're awesome. But I'm thinking that's not going to happen too many more times. Here's the boom rat. I forgot about this dude. Go down here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to become a piece of shit scumbag and start cheating. You see, this is my kill box. It's not much of a box. It's really just kind of an open field. And I'm going to become a horrible person, and everyone can feel free to complain about this, because it's kind of an awful strategy. But I am going to force them into a very small area. That one's got to go, I guess. Something like that. Something like that. Maybe that one doesn't have to go after all. So what am I doing? I'm forcing them to walk around, specifically walk this way, through here, and then emerge into the kill box. In addition to confining them in one area, it also lets me do horrible things on this route, specifically put traps here, 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 and really wherever I want. This is a pretty cheesy strategy, but I'm going to do it anyway, because if I don't soften up the enemies... Call the boom rat Megumin. Sure. If I don't soften up the enemies, I'm just going to start losing. I'm not actually trying to keep the boom rat alive, by the way. I put it out here to starve. If I would have remembered, I would have sent it with Sunny and Minxie to sell it for money, because I don't have a lot of that. And also because it's better to sell it than just to let it blow up. Awful strategy, bro. First of all, welcome, Alex. I'm happy that I was finally able to stream at a time that you and the rest of the, like, have a job crowd could finally see my stream. I call it an awful strategy because... No, it's neither crazy nor unheard of. It's just cheap. Like, it'll work. It'll work exceptionally well, and I think that's the problem with it. You know, if you win without trying, what's the point of playing? But the fact of the matter is, I'm really starting to get worried that I'm just going to start losing to these raids. Like, if I don't do something, then, you know, the next raid will have more than 8 people, and can my 4 take out 10? Maybe. Can they take out 12? I doubt it. Can they take out 20? Absolutely not. So, I'm going to try to give myself some advantages. Does anybody at the space have construct? Pack of man-hunting Arctic foxes have entered the area. There are only 3. And all 3 of these people can fight. This is why I sent out who I did. Or more specifically, why I wasn't worried about sending out who I did. Minxie has the social skill, so he could sell for higher prices, and Sunny's like the escort. So, since they're melee, there's really no point in using cover. I'll just stand in front of the walls, or so they can't use the walls as cover against my shots. We'll kind of hang here. Now, we have a lot of disadvantages right now. It's dark, and it's raining, so our ranged won't be so good. So it'll probably come to Tangy actually fighting in melee. I'm just hoping that Tangy can actually fight well enough in melee to not let Bloog and Noble get overrun. They're gonna come around. I'm not sure where to put Tangy, to be honest. I'm hoping they hit that trap. I'm not gonna need that trap for much longer. Looks like they're just coming around this way. Don't hit the trap, Tangy. How about here? This isn't great for Tangy, but she's taking a lot of cuts, but she's meleeing them, which is what I need. So as long as she doesn't go down immediately, these guys will be able to do their thing. God damn it. Alright, which one's the most worse? This guy's not doing good at all. They're both at severe pain. They should go down pretty quickly. Again, I just have so many disadvantages right now because of... Oh my god, is Noble actually going to go down? Holy fucking shit! What is going on right now? Alright, he downed one. I gotta get Noble out of melee range. Oh my god! Okay, that one's down. This is... It's not as bad as one with the spiders, because remember, Bloog is a decent backup docker. Last time we had, like, people with 1 and 2 literally doing it. That went way worse than I was hoping. Not way worse than I feared, though. Again, there was just so many things that could have gone wrong there. Tangy's unarmored. Really, I gotta remember to just put this armor on Tangy and be done with it. Alright, well, Fangy... Oh, shit. These people don't have a lot of time. Fucking God. Alright, let's see. 4 hours. I really wish someone could rescue Tangy. We're gonna probably have to treat Tangy out there. So we're gonna have to treat Noble with no medicine, literally just to stabilize some of him. And once we get him to like 8 hours or so, we'll stop tending him. Man, this went fucking nasty already. I really wasn't as worried about that as I probably should have been, but even if I was worried, I don't really know what I could have done about it. Once I get Noble to, like... Shit. Gotta go now. I just don't have enough people at the base. So we're gonna make this a medical bed. An emergency medical bed. Oh, and Bloog moves slowly, too. Don't let Tangy die like a bitch. 70%. But it's going up fast. Where the fuck are you, Bloog? I know, Bloog. Bloog! No, right, the medicine. Gotta turn off the medicine need for Tangy. This is gonna come down to the wire, I fear. 3 hours. Oh my god, this actually might die. You know, I'm not accepting this. I'm just gonna fucking close down and open it up again, because as much fun as watching everybody die in the rain is, I'm not going through it again. So, the game saves every now and then. It may have saved at some point during that, I don't know. But one has one's limits, and this is definitely me being pushed to them as far as just sheer bullshit I'm willing to put up with Cassie. Like, I turned down like 10 colonists yesterday at some shit because I didn't get one shooter. And it turns out, it wouldn't have mattered if I literally took all of them. If I could have taken all of them, I could have taken none of them, it doesn't matter. I just wouldn't have had anyone that could fight. Why did the Rhino not help? Who the fuck knows? That's actually an exceptionally good question. It's probably asleep again. And I think that's about it for the Rhino. The Rhino's actually eating a lot more food than anybody on the base, including the humans. So that's 2 out of 3 fights the Rhino hasn't helped with. And I'm just gonna fucking kill it. It's on the menu. Because you're absolutely right. That rhino just kind of screwed me over there. I've been putting a lot of resources into Horn Squashy, and the fucker didn't help. Alright, looks like I'm back from where I loaded originally. Go ahead and call me shit. I don't really care. Like, this is supposed to be kind of a chill stream, and it's only my second permadeath on these settings ever, and the first one, it had blood too. Don't get me wrong. I lost probably 8 or so colonists before it stabilized, but it was never going this badly, or I probably wouldn't have played it still. So, alright, here's the thing with Rimworld random events. They're still random, which means something's going to happen in a few minutes. But it's probably not going to be 3-man Arctic Foxes. It could be a psychic ship. It could be another raid. The rhino is supposed to follow its master. And its master is Tangy. And I can assign that if I had anybody with extra animals. But I don't need to assign it, because Tangy makes a great master. Tangy's melee, the rhino's melee. Alright, that was the random event I got. So every random muffalo or something that happens, that could have been a raid, guys. You only find this out when you do a little bit of save scumming. Watch me lose to this fucking muffalo. My base is just so fragile right now, though, because I only have 2 shooters. I made it through that whole yesterday's stream with only having 2 shooters. And I'm getting kind of tired of it now. Seriously! I'm worried the Blug is now basically useless. Did down him. He has to have a considerably worse weapon. Needless to say, this never was going to really seriously threaten me. Good luck, bitch. I'm worried the Blug's pretty useless because of this whole brain thing. The peg leg one could tolerate because he's a shooter anyway. Put armor on Tangy? No. I mean, I'll do it now, but I didn't need to do it then. Here, put your armor on and then lay in bed. That's what I call comfortable. So these are pretty light bruises. We probably could even get away with that, not using medicine here. Yeah, no problems. My tamer failed and I had to fight off like 5 rhinos. That's a really scary event. I wonder if Tangy will be a girl now. Tangy is a meat popsicle. I don't know if you missed it, Tang, but Tangy's very dead. Unless I'm not reading all the chat properly. Oh, I see. It was a Steins Gate reference. That's very good. The wonders of the mirror, which is actually kind of hard to select right now. So get your butts back here. Man, they were so close. The frustrating part about convoying is that you can't like manipulate them. Like, I can't wake them up. Like, let's say there was a crisis in the base, and they're so close, and I wanted to get there immediately, you know, rest be damned. I can't, like, come on. This rest makes them rest when they don't want to rest. It doesn't turn rest off. So, they're resting until they want to stop, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, at least to the best of my knowledge. And I've never liked that mechanic. I think it's one of the many reasons that people that play this game are just super wary of convoys overall. This and the Arctic Foxes and the raids and everything that's bad that's happened, the whole Noble Lives thing, it happens when not because of convoying exactly, but because of the, you know, inherent danger of taking people out of your base. It's like I'm playing this game with 3 colonists right now. Sunny and Minxie don't exist for the base. Hello, Money Meteor! Well, I was complaining about not having a lot of cash. That'll give me a few hundred. I don't have any on me because they took it down there to try to do trading. And they're back. Alright, so if that stupid whole event didn't suggest my defenses are garbage, I don't know what else would. What I really need is this. But this base is just absolutely by a million miles the worst base for research I've ever had. Don't eat those. They're expensive. It's not entirely clear to me why that is. I think it's because I'm having trouble doing cooking because Bloop's now slow, and for some reason my cooking is like totally inefficient. Speaking of, I got auto doors a while back. I'm gonna put an auto door here. Sonny, you can construct. So this will completely mess up my freezer for the moment. In fact, let's make it a wooden auto door. Those move super fast. So... this won't be a very good airlock now, because it's only got one wooden door. What the fuck, Sonny? So watch this. I'm going to keep it on normal speed. Watch the door as Sonny approaches. Whoop. It's like it's not even there. As opposed to, say, I'm going to make Minxie go into Noble and Blue's bedroom through a non-auto door slate door. It's painful, isn't it? Takes a long time for the door to open, and then you just stare at it for a second or two. So I always use auto doors in here. That's the main reason I researched them, but of course I'm extremely forgetful and forgot. I think at the moment it's the only auto door I need. I don't care about speed going into bedrooms and stuff. In fact, I should actually put these all on close so people don't get disturbed sleep from people walking through the hallway. How long ago has it been since I died? You died on the 10th of September, September 5550. Remember, each month, each of these is like 3 months, and a month only has 15 days. The whole year in Rimworld is 60 days. So it is the 3rd of August, which is the month before September. It's been about 2.5 months, or actually like more than half a year. Look at all this cash. Fire in the home zone. It's a dry thunderstorm, so that's not great. Minxie has the plague. Getting really kind of tired of random crap. Luckily, plague's not that hard to fight if you've got a good doctor. I got an 85 on it. That's pretty good. Remember, the highest is 100%. And just because I was using not the best medicine doesn't mean I can't get a good roll. 85% is 85% whether you do it with Glitter World medicine or not. It just, the better the medicine you get, the better rolls overall you get. But I think a lot of this is coming from Noble's doctor skill. So, excuse me, it's pretty late. I'm drinking water here. So, Minxie should catch up on immunity damn well, as long as Noble stays on that. And weirdly enough, to the best of my knowledge, the plague is actually one of the shorter diseases. Like, I had the flu a couple times, and I was out of work for like a day or two. But in this game, it takes a lot longer than a day or two. Wow, this fire's kind of getting big. Well, my fields are more than protected by the home zone. So that won't... I don't really care if these trees and stuff burn. If it ever gets in here, this little thing will flash up, and hopefully someone will eventually come out. I should have firefighting on highest priority for everyone. Apparently they just don't give a shit. I guess that means that the fire just isn't in the area. Yeah, no, the flu in Rimworld is a hell of a thing. That's what Liz died of, after all. I've had it in real life, and it lasts a day or two, but in Rimworld it lasts like 3 months. But the plague? We're already almost up to 10%. See, his immunity's already past it. It started at like, what was it, 2 or 3% and 0% immunity? So as long as Noble gets, or I'm sorry, yeah, as long as Noble keeps tending Minxie, then Minxie should beat it by a good 20% or so by the time it's done. The danger, of course, would be if Minxie got the plague while we were caravanning. And This is the main reason I want to get the goddamn flu shots done. Penaloxylene, a disease prevention drug which blocks plague, malaria, and more. I think the more is sleeping sickness. It might be the flu as well. It just, as long as you take them every 5 days, you are immune to that shit. And you make them out of 2-penaloxylene, or whatever the crap that thing is called. Remember when I bought Neutrosamine, I'm sorry, penaloxylene's the drug. Neutroamine. So I can make 15 flu shots that each last 5 days. The only person I'm going to give them to is Noble. Because Noble can keep everybody healthy as long as Noble's healthy. So I always prioritize giving the doctors the immunity stuff too. I'm complaining about shooters, but that's because I have Noble. If I didn't have Noble, I would be absolutely complaining about medicine. Medicine is the #1 priority. Shooting is a close second. So this fire is occasionally setting nearby wildlife on fire, which we're going out to handle. Minxie, for some reason, was out of bed. I don't like that. Bed rest is at 2. He doesn't have any... Ah, I see. I'm going to turn his firefighting priority down. We have people that can handle the fire, and I don't want him getting out of bed. Again, he's already 3% above it, and that's going to get nothing but better. But there's really no reason to chance it. The base is stable at the moment, so let's get him good rest. I'm pretty sure as long as you're in the freezer, you're frozen. I've dug up bodies and ice sheets after they've been engraved for years, and they were perfectly intact. Yes, that's why I put Kari in here. The Resurrection Serum, a very late game item that you can still get early through quests, it only works on preserved corpses. So, since Kari's a preserved corpse, being frozen and all, Kari's body should be intact. Now, if I put this sarcophagus outside, Kari would have rotted like any animal, and Kari would be a skeleton like any animal. And unlike the animals, Kari wouldn't be taking environment damage, but she'd still be a skeleton, and you cannot revive skeletons. So what is going on here? Sunny's doing all the cooking, because Blug isn't. I took Blug off cooking because we weren't able to keep up, but I think I'm going to have to reverse that. Hopefully that auto door will help. So I'm going to turn that to 3. I need to get these defenses built. So first you're going to work here and make what's going to be, I believe, my biofuel refinery. That'll give me the fuel I need to make bombs. Skeleton army when? I agree, Alex. But I've actually come up with some mods I want to put in the game, but I'm very wary to install more mods in a permadeath game. So I'm just not going to. What the animals? What the fuck? Get out of here, you annoying beasts. There's also, I don't know if it's a bug or something, but if Sunny's working on this tile and like someone walks over it, then Sunny will give up the job. So that's what keeps happening there. Alright, so Blug is not cooking because he's asleep. Fair enough. Probably didn't even need to install that tile, but that's okay. And now it looks like Sunny's hauling out blocks to make the outer defense wall. Okay, a nearby settlement, Yoga Rock, contacts you. They want 3 EMP grenades, and they'll give a Joyware and a Pain Stopper. Once again, for what feels like the 10th time in this run, they're asking for something that not only do I not have, but I can't make. Pretty sure you can't make EMP grenades. Make EMP shells. Oh, I can make EMP grenades. 20 steel and 6 components! I don't care about the steel and all, but 6 components is a lot of components. That's 18 components for 3. The 55 is misleading. There are components all over this cave. I guess spending 18 on this isn't a big deal. But really, if a good strategy for stockpiles in Rimworld is always buy more components. So I'm aware of anything that takes components. Joywire sounds weird. It is weird. Joywire is something you put in people's brains, and it makes them have like a permanent +20 or +50 over here. Something ginormous. It's best used on colonists that are depressive but functional. Like, let's say Noble. with his excellent stats, also had terrible traits here. And so he was always getting into mental breaks. If we stick a joy wire on him, he'll be super happy all the time. The downside is it reduces consciousness. I'm pretty sure it reduces it much like Blue to 80%. So, I don't want to put it on anybody I don't need to put it on. So it's like nerve stapling. Kind of, except the UN doesn't get mad at you. Because I'm on a Rimworld and there is no UN. Otherwise they would probably get mad at me. Are there any components in my base directly? I don't see any. Not that that matters. There's components all over the place. Got some components right here. There are these rusty things. I've already lamented about how components is a strange thing. Oh, we got plenty of components. Let's just do it. I really shouldn't have closed that message, because now I have to click around. I'm so salty about this. What did I get from that again? Oh, another joy wire. Well, since I don't have a really good use for the joy wires, it's not that much of a loss. The pain stopper is exactly what it sounds like. It stops pain 3 days there. Probably a little bit less because the thing lasts me. So, pain stopper sounds like the best thing in the world, right? You know, oh, then they won't be complaining about pain. Someone has permanent pain. Luke has 2% pain from this brain scar, I guess. Noble's got a 1%. Oh, shit! Oh, he's handily beating it, but I don't like it not being tended constantly. We're still way ahead, and that was another okay roll. We'll continue to gain on it. This 20% pain is from that sickness. Alright, so let's say someone had a lot of pain. Let's say someone like Noble, let's say that instead of being 1%, it was like 15. He would live for life. If you put a pain stopper on it, it drops to 0 and it stays there. Sounds like a really good idea, right? Well, weirdly enough, there's a downside. Remember when Tangy got knocked down by Fennec Foxes? That didn't end well for me, but let's say it wasn't a complete disaster, and we killed the Foxes and we patched Tangy up. Tangy going down wouldn't have been in that situation, this hypothetical version of what didn't happen. Tangy going down would have been a good thing, because when you go down, you don't take any more wounds. You saw as soon as Tangy went down, the Fennecs rushed forward. Which meant, even though Tangy was in bad shape, Tangy wasn't going to be in worse shape. If you make someone immune to pain, it'll stay at 0, which means they will literally fight until either everyone around them is dead, or they are. The only thing that can knock them down is things that knock them down, like losing both legs, or getting stabbed in the heart. So, it does have its downsides. Oh good, you're hauling that. I was just going to tell you to haul that. Much like the joy wire, you want to use it on someone that needs it. You don't want to just stick it in someone. Another request. Fire foam shells 21. 21's a big number. And return the offer 2,391 silver, which is incidentally worth 391 silver. Oh hey, this is newish, I think. Clockera. They said it would take about 3 days to get there. And they're right. So how many do they want? 21? I can make those, but again, I think this is component territory. What was it? Fire foam or something? Yeah, fire foam. I think fire foam requires a component too. Oh, it doesn't. It's just pure steel. 30 times 21 is 600 and something, right? That's not a lot of steel. I got plenty of steel. And it's a lot of cash. So would I trade 600 steel for 2,300 and something money? Yes, I would. I mean, there's steel right here, there's steel there, there's steel there. This is just the steel that I don't have to go outside to get. The only downside, of course, is a 3-day walk, but I'm fighting that either way. Let's do it. Raw cash versus situational items I may not need. Apparently I can only choose 20 or 25. Yeah, let's do it. Minxie, you're not plagued. It was just a joke. All Zeph does is make bad puns, and all Tangy does is make Tang puns. So you are now a handy 8% ahead. You're not gaining on it as fast as you were with the good roll, but you're still gaining on it. So, Noble will try again pretty soon. He'll get another good roll, and if he doesn't get a good roll, then I'll switch you over to good medicine. There's really very low risk right now. Yeah, you're now 9%. You're still getting ahead of it with an 80, or with a 68, was it? I don't have a whole lot to do at the moment until these shells and stuff are ready, so I might as well fall on over Minxie. Yeah, only 63%. You're still gaining it faster. It's not even catching up. Like, you're still pulling ahead. So you should be just fine. I know I'm over-explaining this. It's partially because I don't have anything to talk about. And partially because I'm just scared to death of more people dying. Looks like Tangy made all the art I asked Tangy to do. Now, the upside of not having blue gun cooking was that I could have blue gun machining. I think this is a smithing skill requirement. Crafting 4. Yeah, of course. Crafting is all skills. So, does anybody have a 4? Sunny's got a 4. Noble's got a 4. So let's turn these both up to priority 2. If Sunny's going to spend Sunny's time building the outer wall, I am not going to complain about that. And it looks like Noble's choosing to do building more slate block crafting, which is also really something I don't have a problem with. Alright, let's see what we get. 73. You are so golden, I could make a statue out of you. You'll probably have it beaten by the time the next is ready. Speaking of gold, I remember there was some on the map down here. The only things you can use gold for are for making components and for making statues, I believe. You can make weapons out of it if you want to. They're awful, but you can do it. I'm leaving it in the wall because it doesn't increase my base wealth. Make a statue out of me. Well, let's see what Tangy did make. Made a chief eating an eggplant. I guess that's Noble. He's the chief. This is a devil holding an ikwa, which is, I believe, a primitive type of spear. Ah, finally! An event-related one. This carving shows Sunny chatting with Minxie while laughing uproariously. Ah, 1,000 politicians are involved in the conversation. That's a lot of politicians. If you squint your eyes, the unbalanced composition of the image reveals an outline of several barbarians. The image tells the story of Sunny attending Minxie's party on the 14th of April-May 5501. I think that was the whole we stole a dude's pants, let's throw a party. The one that happened in the middle of last stream. But 1,000 politicians. Wow. I mean, Euro politics are crazy, man. I love Rimworld art so much. These, like, the ones that are just like this, they're okay. But I love how they're based on actual events. The events don't need to be good or bad. Like, I had a base that was, it was just actually just like a normal temperate base that wasn't in permanent summer. And one time it got cold and, like, someone was outside before I had a parka. And someone made a sculpture of them, like, freezing to death. And it was just like, man, they were like 10% cold or something. It wasn't anything to worry about. But whoever the artist was in that game had a pretty sick sense of humor. Alright, so Sunny's going to town. Granted, the wall's basically useless until it's done. This friggin' fire. My base has, like, been on fire for 3 or 4 days now. Animal starvation. I don't care if the boom rat explodes, because that was the goal. Jade Destroyer, on the other hand. Oh god, he's confined. No, Jade Destroyer does what Jade Destroyer wants. Go get some food, kitty. Right, squashy. Time to get squashed. Didn't help in that Muffalo raid either. Like, I checked him to see if he was asleep. No. And watch me check the VOD later and him get awake. So War Rhino plan didn't work out. And I'm not really sure why. Like, maybe I don't really understand that mechanic. I'm trying to give Rimworld as much benefit of the doubt that it's my fault as possible. But frankly, until this recent couple of updates, when you fucking drafted a colonist, the animal came right to them and would fight. So that doesn't happen anymore, and I don't even care why. It just doesn't, and that makes me kind of frustrated. Frickin' fire. You are still here, Liz. You were also cooking out in the sun. Somewhere in the vicinity of here-ish. No, it was this base we went to, so no, it wasn't that base. That's right. It was like in the mountains. Oh, there's the ruins. Abandoned settlement. I wonder if we go there, if it'll be the same map. Could we find Liz's skeleton cooking under the sun and give it the proper burial it kind of deserves? I mean, you don't really deserve it, let's be honest. All you did was get shot, get the flu, and die. What is this zone? Package survival meal zone. Doesn't have a high priority, so they're going in there. Alright, something's clearly not right about my work queues, because these fire roam shells ain't getting made. Noble's cleaning instead of doing it. It said crafting, not smithing. Y'all saw it. So I'll change this, give them the smithing. I don't want them to make this. Even I don't know what Blue has. Let's assume it's like an 8. Okay, there we go. This is going to take me more than all the steel I have, so there's really no reason to not get more steel. So I'm just going to flag the steel to get mine, and they'll dig a little bit deeper and get a little more steel. You made great memes, Liz. I'll give you that. You were your colonist was very Liz-like, for better or for worse. It was hilarious, and it was probably the highlight, or at least the low light of yesterday. Not yesterday. I guess it was the second stream, wasn't it? That was like 3 days ago. No, it wasn't the second stream. First stream was spiders falling asleep in the field. Second stream was spiders kicking our butts down here. Third stream was Liz dying and the whole fire thing. Fourth stream was surprisingly very little happened. Yeah, this is fifth stream. Why is my power so low? I guess there's just no wind. It was the second and third streams. Well, I mean, Liz is done. Oh yeah, no, Deb is right. It wasn't the dying of the flu thing. It was the people getting beat by spiders and Liz throwing a friggin' party in the middle of it. That was second stream. So what's Sunny doing? Sunny's repairing now. Hey, Sunny's done. Good work, Sunny. So I'm gonna put traps here and here. I'll leave that one. The odds are pretty good they'll hit that one. Let's put a trap there too. And let's also put in... Nah, that's pretty good. See, I've got these doors everywhere so that we can... Remember that 1% chance to hit a trap and the brain damage from Bloog? I want to make it so that if these traps need to get reset, people can walk near them without walking over other traps. Really, that's the goal here. Not get people brain damage. Yes, the standards have kind of gotten that low. 706 wood. We got plenty of wood to make lots of wooden traps. It's a good season for crops. Wow, that's a lot of potatoes. Why is this thing? Oh god, now this. Why is this thing in here? I thought I moved to the zone. I moved the zone and then reloaded. Whoops. When it blows up, I don't want it to blow up and burn down all my traps. Alright, fire foam shell has begun. So let's make a stockpile zone right here. Just for fire foam shells. Which are incidentally useless. Or at least of questionable use value. So, there's two things you can do with shells. I think I talked about this briefly. The first thing you can do is fire them out of a mortar. Hello, Noble. The first thing you can do is fire the shells out of a mortar, which is, it actually feels completely badass. Your character mans the mortar, loads the shell, and after a couple of seconds, kathump! But the problem is that it's wildly inaccurate. It's best used in large barrages if you have, like, 4 or 6 and just a ton of shells. You fire lots of shells, and sooner or later one of them will hit. If you're trying to only use 1 or 2 mortars, and you're kind of hoping for that lucky shot, either get used to wasting shells or get used to save scumming, because chances are it's probably not going to happen. But the shells come in 4 varieties. The anti-grain doesn't count. That's like the super tech version. It's basically a nuke, but you can't make them. So the normal version... these are traps, the other thing you can do with mortars. I put a couple of them in my base to try to fight off infestation possibilities. And we'll make more. In any event, so there's 4 varieties of normal ones. The normal explosion, pretty standard, pretty good. Fire. Fire is hard to control, but it can, in our case, heat things up very quickly. The EMP one disables electronics, and by electronics, they mainly mean mechanoids. Mechanoids are an enemy we haven't seen on stream yet. They are mechanical insectoid invaders that attack. They follow a couple of different rules. For example, they don't have pain, so you have to destroy them to get them to go down. And they don't have morale, so they'll never break and run when they start taking losses. If you hit them with an EMP trap, an EMP mortar, an EMP grenade, they will be stunned for like 5 seconds. But the blasts are AoE, yes. They're a pretty big radius. They're probably the size of one of these rooms. Maybe a little bit bigger. The problem with the mechanoids is that they gain immunity to the stun. So the first one stuns them for like 5 seconds. The second one stuns them for like 5 seconds. The third one stuns for like half a second. And at that point it's like, okay, so how much time did I get out of this? Like 1 round of attacks? Maybe 2? Not very valuable. So I don't use them, and I've never heard a compelling reason to use them. But by far the most useless is the fire foam one. So it's like an anti-fire foam. In real life, this is very useful for law enforcement and fire departments to put out fires. It's that goopy white fuzzy looking stuff that you see coated. It's kind of like the stuff that comes out of a fire extinguisher, but a little bit chemically different. It's a fire suppression. It cuts off the air from the fire and rapidly puts it out. Why in God's name would you want a trap of that? So the invaders are coming. We better put a fire foam trap down so that when it goes off, I can put out nearby fires? I mean, I guess on the off chance they're attacking you with fire grenades, that would work, but you're much better just shooting them in the head, or more importantly, you're much better just blowing them up. Anything you could do tactically with this is much better used with an actual explosion. And weirdly enough, you can shoot them out of mortars too. It's like, man, there's a fire over there. I sure wish it was out. Let me shoot a mortar. Pew! Oh, I missed. Pew! Oh, I missed. Pew! Oh, I missed. Pew! Oh, I missed. Pew! Hey, I hit, but the fire is now 10 times bigger. I feel like this is the kind of thing that maybe people that were better at Rimworld were exploiting or asked for, and the devs were like, they're right. We do need a fire foam shell. But for the life of me, I can't figure it out. So hay wasn't working out for me. What did I want to plant here instead? Let's plant some psychoid. We're going to get drug production pretty soon. I do put some fire foam poppers around the base. Indeed. That's a research... Oh, probably should. Wow, sewing. That's a research option. That's the one decent use for this concept. Where Where is that? Fire foam. So they're like let's say this this milk here with a fire foam popper. You put them down like little buildings, and when they sense fire, they in an AoE smother the fire. Better than the trap version because they're automatic. They detect at range, and you don't have to like fight to fight. You don't have to worry about your colonists setting them off because obviously this is a positive effect. Why not more potatoes? Man, I'm actually worried that I'm putting so much vegetables in here I won't have room for the meat. Hey, there's the drug production. Let's get flu shots. I think this was humans. Yeah. I'm wondering why no one's butchered the rhino. I'm hoping the reason is because Blue just hasn't gotten around to it. Looks like it is. That's fine. We got plenty of meat. Now we got meat in the rhino. The rhino's frozen. Let me check something. So, we're not in the jungle. Can I check the terrain? I guess I can check, like, nearby terrain. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something that tells me, like, the chance of disease. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I only see rainfall and temperature in growing season, though. Is this a jungle? Tropical rainforest, yeah. Alex, maybe you can help me out. I know this is a stat. When you're in the jungle, you're much more likely to get diseases. But I can't figure out where to see that. Natsuki's planet. They named my planet Natsuki? The fuck is this? Or maybe there is a Natsuki somewhere on this planet who's, like, in charge. I don't know. Did anybody actually mine that steel? No, they did not. Who's my main miner? Oh god, I think that was Liz. It looks like Minxie's also good at it, but Minxie's busy growing. Well, smithing doesn't do me any good if I don't have the materials. On the other hand, I do care about growing. Kinda don't care about Psychoid. Minxie's doing a real good job sewing this very quickly. It's a shame to take her off of this. It was on there, your disease frequency of 1.2. Maybe I just flat out missed it. Oh, that's what this is. I'm sorry, I just was not reading that for some reason. 1.2 per year. Okay, let's compare that to up here. In the desert, it's lower. But it looks like temperate forest is 1.2 regardless of how south it is. That's pretty good. Thank you for that information. Speaking of Minxie, I noticed he's up and about. Because we completely forgot he had the plague. He beat it handily at some point, and once you get immunity, not only can you not die of it, it starts going down. So if he got to like 80% before he got immunity, then it would go down from 80%. But every day he's a little bit better, and he's in absolutely no risk. We're gonna put him back on Firefight 1. He can be up and about. He can't be threatened by this anymore. So congratulations on beating the plague, Minxie. This art was made for selling, but I've just had repeated bad experiences with convoys. So I'm just gonna make this room awesome for now. Actually, what am I doing with this room? I was gonna put like an actual table in here. I only made that crummy one just to get rid of the didn't eat with table debuff. And then I started putting friggin' chimes and lights in the hoop in here. Yeah, let's renovate this room. Let's reinstall that light to here. It doesn't really matter where the light is. They can walk over it. Let's reinstall the ring outside, and the chime of ultimate power can go... Where do I not mind if people stand around and listen to a chime? Let's just have them listen to the chime over here. So more work for Sunny. Sunny's actually done a really good job constructing. I'm very happy Sunny's still in good condition. Again, Sunny does not give a single shit. How many shells did I make? Where is that? 19. We're almost done. I'm going to cancel the rest of the mining. And the only reason I'm doing that right now is because I want to get the shells done. Apparently Sunny doesn't mind making the shells today. Look at how helpful Sunny is. See, Minxie's like, Sunny's, you know, Sunny's the stealth, the best citizen, but I'm like, man, Sunny was never stealth, the best citizen. Sunny was overtly. I only need 21, right? Yeah, Tangy looks gothic as hell. I guess I have to. First of all, we're going to cancel this. I don't need to make anything more than 21. So we've got the 21 shells. Meow, says cat. Let's make a new table. In fact, let's make a marble table. Time to make this room a little bit fancier. I don't want to block people's walking path. That should be good. Sunny will probably make that table afterward. Collar cut. It does sound like an STD. I'm probably horribly mispronouncing it, but these tribal names, I imagine, are probably based on actual tribal names from some civilization or another. But regardless, having never grown up in one of them, I sure as hell can't pronounce them. Wow, that's a lot of alpaca wool. These two are really, really giving me a lot of wool. Let's make some armchairs. Why should we sit in stools? This will use most of my wool, but I got wool to spare. And this is now the gather point. I don't want to move the stools yet because it's not, technically not a place they can sit down. But as soon as Sunny gets some chairs up, that'll be pretty good. I usually make a dedicated eating room. Alright, my base design is going to trigger literally everybody that plays this game. I tend to make extremely tight, compact bases. My end game base will look about a third the size of everyone else's. I watch streamers, they make huge bases. I've watched YouTube, watched you guys make bases. I've seen Tangy's bases, I've seen Alex's bases. They make these gigantic rooms with 3 times as much storage, and there's like a 45-foot wall, and maybe someone's bedroom would be down here. And that's awesome. I think that looks really cool. For me, I hate watching people walk around not doing nothing. I also hate it when Jade Destroyers eats my meals. Fucking kill it right there. So, I like it when things are nice and close, and that tends to make everything very tiny. Excellent. Nice, we got some beauty out of that chair, too. Your wood table should have art on it, given that it's excellent, by the way. Wood table. I've got this. You're right. I would have thought so too. I remember I made like an excellent shelf once. It was a piece of art. So, you know, I'm not saying your guys are doing it wrong. Considering that absolutely everybody plays the game like this, there'd be a strong case to be made that I'm doing it wrong. But this is how I design my bases. I like this. You notice I do it in Minecraft too. I make these very tight little colonies, you know. The whole underwater city thing was borderline claustrophobic, but I like to think of it as comfy. Okay, so we can deconstruct this. Now that we got a place these guys can eat, they'll use it. Trapped indoors isn't great. They're not getting the, like, 8 meal in a good bedroom yet. Or a good, So it's only -2 still. Why is it -2? Let's take a look. Partially because I've got food laying on the ground, but mostly because of this dirt and blood from the butcher's table. And just the -1s I think are adding up. It's never been smooth, so it still looks kind of like crap. Sunny was just standing there. I mean, Pawns gotta fill their wreck too, so I don't complain. It's weird that I haven't gotten any more character events. The game should know I don't have enough. Unfortunately, these high quality things take a lot of work. 234. So it's gonna take a while before they get finished. The solar flare isn't a big deal. It does mean I can't cook, but I've got meals. And it only lasts about a day. Yeah, I got plenty of food. I'm only worried about solar flares when I'm attacking people, or when people are attacking me and I have auto turrets. Obviously they don't work if the power's off. But just for a day-to-day thing, it's more of an inconvenience than anything else. Let's make this so we can make the rest of the mines. You can't build up or down. For the on the whole, no. There is an upper layer. It's invisible and it's just roofs. You can see what's roofed. And that's relevant because certain events matter whether something's roofed or not. For example, electronics outside will short out in the rain. Or if there's a fallout event, anything under a roof will be safe. But you can't build up. And likewise, you can't directly dig down, but there is a very late game deep drilling option. You can sense where hidden minerals are underground late game. And they did this to make it so that people didn't have to abandon their maps when they used up all their resources. Like, for all we know, there's a bunch of steel right here. It's one of the big complaints with this game is that you can't go up or down. To be honest, I've moved out of the camp that's complaining about it. I was with everyone originally. I thought that the game lost something by not having that. But then I looked at my No Moria bases, and I was using, like, tiny amounts of each level. And most levels were just stairs. Like, my whole No Moria base was, like, the size of this area, scattered over about 10 stories, and then below that was just stairs down to a mine. It had, like, I don't know, like, 150 Z levels up and down, but all told, I probably used less than this map building my No Moria base. And it was huge. This was endgame. Like 30 gnomes, and you know, they were sending waves of giant ogres at me. I'm sorry. OBS is making colors at me. Is the stream still stable? Can everyone still hear me? I don't really know what this implies, but for a while it went red. Please confirm that you guys can still hear me. Gotta stop typing there. Stream is fine. Alright, good to hear. I guess I'm not sure what this green light means, but it was probably that that occasional lag spike I get. Man, about 2 weeks and that's gone forever. 2 weeks longer than it should have been. Alright guys, so I might as well keep it going. Here's the question. Should I send out another convoy to do that trade, or should I have learned my lesson about convoys at this point? I mean, there's not much point in making the shells if I'm not going to sell them. But on the flip side, nothing good has happened when I've left the base, and I'm getting wary. No convoy. Oh, you guys, you kill me. I don't care about you rotting, Liz. I just don't. Tell you what, we'll hang tight here until the next weird event. And depending on how we're feeling after that, we might go out. Personally, I'd wait until you have more colonists before you're able to send convoys. I let you guys make that decision because I wasn't sure if that would make things too boring. Like, I was doing it a lot beforehand because I wanted the risk. It's not that I wanted Liz to die of the flu and her husband to burn to death, but I accepted that something like that could happen. And if you guys are more interested in seeing the colony thrive than seeing, you know, action-packed shenanigans, then that's okay with me too. Maybe I should make armor for Sunny. Sunny's still wearing this, like, ghost dress. Where's Sunny's gear? Yeah, literally wearing a synth shirt. How do you make armor again? Oh, I don't. Speaking of, we finally got that research option. Let's just make this all part of the crafting area. I could make, like, flak vests. Apparently I've got a couple. At least Blue's wearing one. I can make flak vests. Is that a research option? Flak armor. Man, this research tree is oppressive. So, you wouldn't know it unless you played this game as long as I have, but there used to be, like, literally 12 research options. And, like, 4 of them were making the spaceship. And now bloody everything is a research option. You used to start with solar panels, you used to start with battery, you even used to start with gun turret. And you definitely used to start with tree sewing and maybe carpet making, but I'm not sure. So now you'd have to do friggin' everything one at a time. And of course now that I'm trying to run an efficient base, I don't have a dedicated researcher again. Kari's dead. Rip. Alright, let's make another mine. I don't really care about the prisoners. If they get eaten by bugs, they had it coming. I think Minxie would bitch forever if Minxie got eaten by bugs. Let's face it. I don't think any of us really want to deal with that. I'm not forgetting about crystalloid tech, but right now I don't have anybody doing any tech, and I think that's my current problem. So, why is Sunny not doing it? Because Sunny is doing smithing? Maybe putting this at 2 is the right choice? Let's take Sunny off smithing. In fact, let's take everyone off smithing other than Blue. So Sunny will prioritize crafting over research, or construction over research, which sounds about right. If I want something constructed, Sunny's my gal, but otherwise, give me some flu shots. Believe me, Sunny, I want to do the friggin' crystal tech. It's actually kind of surprising that with this colony this big, I'm not able to dedicate a real researcher. I think that was supposed to be Tang's job at one point, but Tangy's making me art. 28 plasteel, sure. It's free plasteel. You know what? I think I want Tangy to do that instead of art. I mean, no one's doing anything because they're asleep. I'm so tempted to run this art down, but nothing good has happened in this base. Like, it's been you know, memes and spiders aside, I felt really good when I started, but I haven't progressed very well at all. It doesn't really feel like it's coming together. Let's, I guess, make this a room. I'm not really sure why, but I'll put some more crafting stuff in here. So let's, what is the drug lab? That's right. We should definitely put a door. Let's see. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. It's gonna look like this. I'll put another one like that, another one like that, another one like that. And this weird whole thing in the middle of the room seems odd, but it actually doesn't hurt anything. It's better than having a big empty room. The upside of Trip never making it back to the base is that I can actually put a Trip in the base. Like, you can call him Trip all you want, but he was a prisoner. And he had that awesome, like, Svenka or whatever his name was. Svara or Svord or just this completely excellent name. Yeah, let's put the drug lab there. It's a little cramped right now, but this room will get bigger and bigger. More steel, more components. Since I didn't make the grenades, I got plenty of components. And I got plenty on the map. What the fuck are you doing here, rabbit? Alright. What can we make? Nothing. But what can we make soon? Blue shots. How bad was that? It sounded like 5 volleys. That's not terrible for a small one. Alright, we got the flu shot. Is there anything in the early tech that I need? I should probably get psychic refining if I'm gonna sell drugs. Yeah, let's make that our last early game tech. So what can we make here? Your guess is as good as this. I've always pronounced it penaloxylene. It's kind of right. You can't correct me because you can't pronounce it, so sucks to be you. Alright. Where's the requirements for this? It's always been so weird. Looks like it doesn't have them. At one point, in order to make this, you needed both medicine and crafting at a pretty high level. I don't see that right now. Can blues make it? It's not in the home area? Fair enough. I limited Blue to the home area indefinitely because he's now down to like 64 movement. But I do want him to be able to go anywhere he actually needs to go. Okay, that's fine. Can Blue make it? He can. Looks like they removed the medicine and crafting skill from this. It just says 10 work and 2 neutroamine. Okay, so let's make that up to 5. And we'll pause and when it's satisfied until we're down to 2. Penoxylsileme? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who really knows? So I want someone to make these. I'm just gonna let these assigned tasks finish, and then I'm gonna see if Noble makes them. This is pretty important, and it's also pretty valuable to me. I'm impatient. We can mine steel later. Oh, come on, Noble. Cannot make, need material. Luke could make it. Oh, I see. Blue gets the material. See, Blue gets the material reserved. This is a strange thing that always confuses people. It's like, what do you mean, need material? It's right there. Speaking of, didn't I have 31? Yes, I did. We already have one made. I didn't even notice. So you're all probably laughing. Okay, we're going to manage drug policies. We're going to make a new policy. And we're going to call it Flu Shot. So in addition to all this addiction crap, I think I had something like you can use. Let me just take a look at the social drugs. Yeah, it have every day if you're below 30%, you get 1 drink. I don't have any drinks right now, but I want to keep that concept. This prevents people from getting drunk and high if they don't need to, just to satisfy recreation. Because if they're below 35% mood, they probably need the boost. Alright, but that's not why we came here. What in the... Alright, we're doing this. I don't remember what it is. Let's check what it says. The game's very helpful. Must be taken every 5 days to remain effective. Okay. assign, manage drug policies, flu shots. Let's not mince it. Let's do every 4. That'll be a little bit of overlap, but I'd much rather waste a bit of resources than get the plague in the middle of there. So this is the dreaded Luciferium. We're not going to be using this probably. Oh god, I just thought of an idea. In any event, a concoction of mechanites that dramatically improves the body's functioning in all respects. Over time, it can even heal old, scarred over wounds or brain damage. And suddenly you're all thinking what I was thinking. Though it cannot regenerate lost limbs. Unfortunately, without the moderating effects of regular doses every 5 or 6 days, the mechanites lose cohesion, causing continuous berserk rages and eventually death. After the first dose, there's no way to get it out ever. So, you're really, with this, you don't have to worry too much about the berserk rages. You just have to worry about the fact when it's gone, you die immediately. Like, when I first used this, I thought when the addiction became a problem that people would get angrier, and then, you know, eventually I'd have to shoot them or something, but no, they just drop dead. But I think this is the one I'm interested in right now. Extremely rare pill that permanently alters brain chemistry, enabling psionic abilities. I remember seeing this description when I saw one for sale at a town. It has the same description here. The fact that it can be used at a regular scheduled interval suggests that much like Luciferium, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And it was like 2,000 silver or some shit. That's really scary. A single Luciferium is expensive. It's like 200 or 300, but it's not 2,000. So, this is the kind of thing where experimenting on your permadeath save is really scary, but I'm tempted to do it anyway. Whoop. And there you go. Prevents malaria, sleeping sickness, and the plague. Not flu, but as we saw in Minxie's case, or wait, no, that was the plague. Man, I wish it's not even a flu shot. Well, I'm gonna keep it calling it that anyway. All right, so that's good. Now we've got our. This is unfortunately the only drug you can take that prevents disease. There's no actual flu shot, I guess. I thought it prevented the flu, but I'm just wrong. So this will keep Noble as protected as we best can. And we're gonna keep this on him as long as possible. I'm gonna try to make sure I get more of these. Get more of this Neutroamine in order to keep that flu shot up. I'm dusting the floors, guys. I should have gone in the convoy. I still could. I got 20 days. All right. My lust for adventure is kicking in. Also, my lust to kill that Mega Sloth. Let's get a little more steel. I don't like being below like 500. Also makes this room bigger. I know I'll regret it. I'm using you guys as a scapegoat. Oh, my chat doesn't want me to leave because I know I'll regret it. Which is why I'm not doing it. Alright. Holy crap, we've got a lot of cloth. New plan. Smoothing floors is for chumps. So at some point someone said, it sounds like... Oh, I don't have it yet. Fucking research! At some point someone said carpet weaving sounds like the worst thing you can do for survival. And you're not wrong. But at this point, putting down carpet would be way faster than anything else. Luke has gained another artistic inspiration. The last time he had one, I made this sort of Kari. Is there anything I can really do with that? Unfortunately, actual art is probably out of the picture. What does Lamach contribute to this colony? Memes. No. If you mean the actual animal. Wool. And he's also female, so occasionally new Lamachs. Note the armchairs are made out of alpaca wool, and I have 95 left over here, so they're a pretty steady source of wool. They're also a pretty steady source of temporary food if I get hungry. Let's finish off these mines, to be honest. So we want one there. We want one there. I should probably put them in all rooms. Unfortunately, these rooms are probably too big to heat before the enemies break out, I think. I'm honestly not sure. So let's get actually 8. You need 2 per room. I'm surprised you didn't eat bags yet. I ate alpaca 6. That was back when Blug was having trouble making food, and I was trying to think of how I could get meals out to the starving people. So I was gonna make packed survival meals out of that, but I couldn't even make normal meals. That one room is so full of stuff. It is. I should really send a convoy to sell some of these skins. When you butcher enough animals, you get tons of skin. Leathers and hides and stuff. This is my main storage, though. I don't mind it being full of stuff. That's what it's here for. The colonists aren't particularly elegant with how they stack stuff, so sometimes they put like 2 stacks of something in the same spot. I'm looking for that right now. Yeah, these 5 components can go on that stack of 42. And that's how you get more stuff. Oh, come on, Noble. I didn't really mean to interrupt your researcher. Don't be a bitch about it. It's like, no, I see how it is. I'm gonna play some horseshoes. It doesn't look like it, but we're actually already wearing hats. I just have a mod that disables hats because I think people's hair look cool. Oh no you don't! I learned my lesson about Valkyrian artists. Did I? But did I? Did I actually learn my lesson about Valkyrian artists? So let's do the math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is less than 8. I took out 8 without any real trouble. And plus I've got my traps. The traps will... I think there's only like 3 or so that they'll hit. But that'll probably only stop 1 or 2 people. But maybe stopping 1 or 2 people is enough. But Sai, how are the chances that she's bad twice? Oh, they're real high. But the thing of it is, what do I got to gain? What do I got to lose? To gain, could get a good colonist. To lose, I don't know. I gotta fight the raid off sooner or later. She's gonna be bad. All right, I'm just saying it right now. She's gonna be bad. Damn! I just realized the chief's wearing the jumper. Oh, I can't. I can't. Well, she's not bad. She's not what I hoped for, but I think I can work with this. She's got this traits to be an excellent melee. But I think I want to make her a shooter anyway. 5 isn't unworkable. 5 isn't unworkable. I could give her a gun, and she'll train it because she's got some passion. She's got cooking, which is something we're having a problem with. We've got plants, which just means like feels can be better. Artistic, probably not. I think she's good. So we're going to keep her. We're going to defend her. She's going to get a gun. I think I saw Sunny hauling a good gun a few minutes ago. So if anybody wants to be this person, please let me know. This person will be joining our colony. I'll be giving her a name after one of you. As with Minxie, if nobody claims her, someone will be voluntold. So, you know, this might be you. If you think you want her, it's better to volunteer. Alright, so she's going after the helmet, which frankly isn't a bad idea, but I'm going to have to go after the machine pistol instead. I'm not naming people at 2s if there's anybody that hasn't been named. I'm just going to say that right now. You had your story, Liz. It was a good one. I probably didn't build a big enough kill box, but, you know. We're gonna find out. Alright. She's smart and tough. It could be you, Epone. It could be you. If no one claims I never got one for a birth stream, that's 100% correct, Zeph. And if it was a guy, I would have given it to you, no question. In fact, I can, because I have that mirror, as far as I'm concerned, it could be a guy. So, I know you're Zeph, and you're going to be like, no, it's fine, let Epone have it. But please, if you do want to be in this game, let me know, and I would be absolutely happy to put you in. I would be thrilled to put you in. Can I just... do I have time to cut this? Guess I can't target it. Mixie's like, what? Cut plants? I thought we were going to combat. Speaking of cut plants, is there anything like cover? There really isn't. I don't even think the brambles give cover. Alright. When did you make a choke point? Today. Alright, so they have, yeah, 6 as we expected. Ooh, that's a spooky weapon. Fire is a dangerous weapon in this game. We've also got a pretty good crack shot. We've got 3 melees. And the gunner. Who's the fastest? You are. You are very slow. You are very fast. So these two will probably hit our traps, which isn't great, to be honest. I was hoping either one of these two would hit our traps, but that's okay. So she made it this far. I'm not sure our new colonist will be able to join the game. I'm not sure she'll be able to, like, grab the gun and get to the front line in time to fight. But if she doesn't, that's not her fault. Screen cap the new character. Okay. Here's the bio. I mean, I'm not sure what you're looking for. Naked. Oh, fucking. She doesn't even have the jumpsuit. Like, I'm just showing you this stuff. I don't know what you need. If you want to see her, like, in combat. Look, I'm streaming. If you guys want to see it in Discord, please take a screen cap of my stream. If you need a certain screen, I'll put it up, but I'm not really in a position to be making my own caps while I'm also streaming. Yeah, it looks like she won't be able to join the fight. That's okay. I think we can hold the 4. Those traps will probably incapacitate at least one. But I'm not going to take any chances. So we're going to send you back immediately. Put you right there. Alright, so... interesting. What the? Oh, they're going after the fucking boom rat! That's a mistake, guys. Well, you're out of the fight, aren't you? Okay. Down 1. Down 2. He's wounded but not dead. Man, this is depressive iron-willed and body purist. I feel like this is somebody. I'm not sure who it is, but I feel like it's somebody. Well, this went pretty well, actually. All of their meleeers are down, so I'm gonna have these two attack in melee range. We're gonna fucking bum rush this fire dude. He didn't know what hit him. He can't use his fire in melee range. Oh yeah, this went great. Oh god. Watch. Stop. Ceasefire. Alright, Tengi's probably too slow to catch because of that armor. Sunny, on the other hand, moves... No, Sunny doesn't move any faster. But Sunny's got Jogger, right? Yeah. This guy's pretty wounded. Not sure I want them. I am sure I want them. Good luck, Sunny. Whoa, Jesus. Calm down, Tang. Alright, so we're going to capture this guy. And then hopefully Sunny will be able to take down that other one. And I'm going to send Noble, still drafted, over here in preparation for healing. I'm going to send Bluegun, this new character, off draft. And I'm going to keep Minxie on standby just in case we need somebody hauled for some reason. What's that? It's an unrelated animal death? I guess. Sonny! Whoop, killed him. Still, though, that was exceptional. This worked really well, and I'm so happy. I now have one new colonist and a new captured colonist who's in pretty awful shape, but looks like there's potential. So this was excellent. This was really the picker-upper I needed right now. So, I didn't see Zeph's response to that whole, does Zeph want to be this character? I'm going to consider this basically your last chance, Zeph. If you don't say anything in the next couple of seconds, then it will be Epone. Although, you might be able to be this weirdo. I think this person has problems, but I'm willing to patch them together. Oh, right, I drafted Noble. Yeah, this person's still not here yet, but I'm waiting. Give to Epone. Okay, will do. I think you might get stuck being this sod, though. Let me take another good look at him. Let's see. Another excellent melee. Backup constructing, that's very valuable with a passion. Crafting passion is good. Depressive, iron-willed, body purist. It's a strange combination of stuff. It doesn't have any permanent injuries. Let's get Noble healing them up. You don't look like you're using medicine, Noble. Oh, okay, you just, for some reason, targeted him without using that. I would prefer to give it to someone who's here. I don't want to stick Zeph with this absolute weirdo. So if you're not okay with that, Zeph. Yeah, the depressive iron will is a strange one. I think you actually come out ahead there. Because the extreme break threshold is only 1%. You have to be having the worst day of your life to kill anybody. Undraft you. You're right. You're right. Actually, I'm going to have you haul in the flamethrower. Fine, eat your friggin' meal. Alright. So, this might be a Mondo, to be honest. I don't want to stick this on Zeph because I don't think it's a great colonist. I think it's an okay one. I'm definitely going to recruit him. Let's start doing that now. That's not too much. That's not too high. We'll have him pretty soon. In the meantime, Epone, for one, we'll name this Epone. Your title is now a friend. Speaking of, I didn't give these other people titles. Your title is a cookie. That's appropriate. Battle Sister. These were the titles from their backgrounds that I actually specifically chose. I think I have to, though. Captain's good, and I like Chef for Beluga. I don't care about not being that good, implying not being weird anyway. Alright, well, when we recruit this guy, it could be used out. He's combatant. Like, he will fight. He's a good melee. He's got, like, 111. I like shooters, but I just like people that can fight. You saw how valuable Tangy and Sunny were in that combat. Not just for picking up the stragglers, but they took that, which one was it? Maybe he's already burned. They engaged the guy with the flamethrower in melee combat. And I don't know whether they killed him or they just kept him busy until someone shot him. It doesn't matter. They did their job, and their job was to stop that guy from using fire on everybody. Because fire is terrifying in this game. So, melee is only going to get better and better from here on out. I'm eventually going to get shield belt. When I get shield belt, it is melee's, it is melee heaven. Shield belt's not that far away. Epone's making Epone self-useful cooking. Epone's running around topless. That's interesting. Do I not have a shirt? I do have a shirt, just Epone doesn't want to wear it. And Epone has gone on an insulting spree because she was in the she was in the fridge without wearing a shirt. And now she is pissed about this and is gonna blame Tangy. Check Sunny's age. I mean, I will, but you know what it is. So it is age 22, 502. I can't help but think this could have been prevented if Epone would have put on a shirt. Although now that I mention it, where is the shirt? Alright, I'm gonna have to go into the log for these. Epone insulted Tangy's brother facial hair. And Tangy's like, wow, okay. You wanna play some cards if you're in that bad of a mood? And Epone's like, you're a ram! Don't be such a fucking ram! And your nephew also has a bad mustache. I get it, game. I tried to use the facial hair mod. It didn't work. I get it. And Sunny's like, you know, if you were a lolly vampire bat, you wouldn't be running around with no clothes. And Epone flagrantly disrespected Tangy's age. Tangy's 29. And you're 347, so I'm guessing Epone called Tangy a filly or something. Is Noble Tangy's brother? I don't think any colonists are related other than the guys that got married. What is with the family? Ooh. I mean, I know he won't talk on camera, but come on. This is funny, but it's actually also a problem. Remember, this is a pretty bad mental break. So Tangy's getting more and more frustrated by this. And Tangy might get pissed. Now Tangy has to deal with a negative 26 for 2 days. It could have been a lot worse, but it looks like it's going to drag him down below major. So I'm not sure I have a great way to deal with that right now, other than just hope for the best. So, where is the shirt? Like, do any of you see it? Art. I'm only looking. No, I'm only looking everywhere. Look in big stockpile. That's the problem. There's a shirt somewhere on this map, but it's not in storage. Where it is, I couldn't tell you. I see we're doing the expanding ring of fire thing again. It might be just laying out here somewhere. No one hauled in the money meteor? It's 500 steel or silver. Never hauled in this either. That's actually in terrible shape at this point. I don't even want to allow it. Well, I don't know where that shirt is, but we're gonna make another one, and then this super sexy sprite is apparently the crystalloid's not wearing any clothes. Rimworld is an adult game. It's probably gonna get taken off Tumblr if I put a screenshot up there. So let's take a look at Epone's psionics. Got class 1. That's better than Emergent. It looks like instead of getting Sunny's like +2, Epone gets +5. Which means Epone's a little bit better by default at everything Epone does. Mainly crafting and also selling, but you got 1 in social, so that's not really going to help. So I don't really know how I think manipulation just makes cooking faster. Doesn't necessarily make it better. And that's okay. That means Epone's a great cook. So cooking has been a job that's bounced around more than my tolerance for Zeph's puns, to be honest. But I think with Epone, we finally landed on someone that can do it full time. So then we can focus Tangy on research. What's this handle? I'm sorry, what am I doing? We can I want Tangy to be on handle. We can focus Bloog on I don't even know, to be honest. Let's take all these weird sub-doctors off. If we need them, we'll turn them back on. It'll get taken off Tumblr because it recognizes beans as something adult. Beans, but not wieners. Okay. Speaking of my tolerance for Zeth puns, he hasn't gotten any infections. He's got some kind of low rolls in the 30s. But none too bad. I think that was the thing I do. I mean, I could get, like, plate armor or flak armor or carpet, but I think I want to go for microelectronics. That'll get us into the second tier, like the mid-game tech. Does the opponent have any weird traits? Too smart and tough. Also, oh, for fuck's sake! I'm gonna lose that trap. There's really no way to save it. But if it gets any closer, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Let's. I'm getting too many people on standard shifts. I want to adjust the shift a little bit. I forgot to take the real rec hours off. I'm gonna have Epone go to bed early, wake up early. Probably the opposite of actual Epone, to be honest. And that will mean there's less competition for chairs. It also means that people with similar skills can do them. Epone subtly reminds me that I need an actual bedroom. I'll turn this off medical bed and put it on Epone for now. But actually, I like the idea of this being a hospital long term. It's pretty close to the base, and I want that there so people don't have to walk far. Let's turn this half-done room into Epone's permanent bedroom. We can start getting rid of some of these awkward plans. So it's got everything but the bed. I don't know why I didn't make the bed. I really should have just made the bed. It's also got 2 doors. I heard that beep, but I didn't see what it was. Oh, this is Bloog's creativity. He made a masterwork helmet. Yeah. Thank you. So, where is it? Here it is. It's not art, though. That kind of sucks. Well, you do you, Epone. Oh, get up! Holy shit! It was actually approaching life-threatening. So Tangy's mood is dropping because of the whole insulted 7 times thing. It looks like he's gonna stay above minor or above major break, and that's good. Minor breaks are not dangerous to the base or to anybody else. Is there anything else I could do? I could get a light. Frankly, I'm not sure I have the power. It's time to install more power either way. Let's put a light bulb here so that the researchers are not in the dark. I guess I have to put it here for now. Let's also install another solar panel. Leave a little bit of space between them just in case we have to put them out from fire. That requires components and steel, which I have tons of. Oh. Good work. Does shooting increase shooting skill? It does. You can't have people shoot walls and stuff to get increase shooting skill. Shooting is actually one of the hardest skills to train in the game. The hardest being actually melee, because you can shoot at animals for hunting. Speaking of hunting, we're gonna put Epone on hunt because Epone has a gun, and already was. That's good. We'll put it on priority too. That's why I put in this. This is from a mod, a shooting target. It lets people shoot at this for a recreation. So I don't have the rec hours on right now, but recreation is one of the needs. When it gets below this first tick, whenever they finish a job, they'll go do recreation. When it gets below the second tick, they'll interrupt jobs to do recreation. And you can see all the types I have in the base. You always have solitary relaxation. If there's 2 counters, you can have social interaction, and then the other ones are from stuff I built. So the shooting range, I also have the martial arts one for melee skill. We've got the horseshoe pin. The chime is actually solitary relaxation for some reason. And then I have some wake up. And that's a drug which we will not be allowing anybody to use. But if you, for some reason, consume that drug, in addition to the drug's effect, it gives you recreation. It doesn't hurt to make more. All this cloth, I might as well build a pool table. I don't really have a rec room. In fact, I don't really have room for a rec room. Although I guess I have nothing but room if I'm willing to tunnel. I could move stuff around and make this like a rec room. You'd have to walk through the storage room to get there, but, I mean, it's not like they have anything better to do. So the shooting range understandably requires people to shoot down a corridor. Let's put it here. Obviously, we don't want people shooting at the people practicing their martial arts skills, so we'll move that here. Should be well out of the way. And we will make a rec room here. Alright, this is now Epon's new bedroom. This is now the medical room. I like it people to go someplace when they're injured, and I like it to be someplace close. Looks like Tangy's deteriorated past... Barely. I probably should have kept... Oh, Sunny took it. I don't... Maybe Tangy got up for food or something, and then Sunny jumped on it. Sunny's got other things to do. I gotta build a rec room. Although I suppose in this case, build a rec room roughly means tunnel out a rec room. Let's use the plan tool. So I want it to be like, what do you think, 8 by 8? I'm going to put another door in it, so I'm not worried about that one door being there. I think 8 by 8 is a solid room size. That's Tangy having trouble again. I'm also going to need to put wires to get things over there. Let's just smooth out all this rock. That way I can put a wire on it. If you put the wires on the ground, you get a subtle but -2 beauty penalty. Why is Epon blue, Epon the same as Sunny? These are not human. It's a mod I've installed that it makes them a xenohuman variant race born from crystalloids from unknown conditions. So far it hasn't done much. The only things that it's done is I've installed this chime, which if you could hear, it's making wind chime noise. At one point, 3 probes, which look exactly like the chime, appeared here down here. I couldn't control them, and eventually they got destroyed by animals. One of the corpses was in here, but it looks like it's rotted away completely. And the other thing it adds is this crystal. I don't know a whole lot about what all this does. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't care about silver. Wait, you're right here. I do care about silver. Get the silver. But other than that, you're staying in the base. Because it's raining outside, and this is clearly pushing Tangy over the surprisingly deep Tangy edge. But we're now in actual danger territory. So I'm going to confine Tangy to indoors so to keep Tangy out of the rain. Ravenously hungry will also help if I can get rid of that. And practicing martial arts? That's a passion, right? It's a double passion. I don't know if the mod programmed these things to give you a passion for your work. It looks like it didn't. But still, though, we're going up past extreme break. That's all I really care about. Your theory? You kind of are. Oh, that was right. So, I've let everyone else customize their appearance. And I'll let you do so as well. So, we got many appearances here. I really don't want to pan over every one of them and let you see. But just give me an idea of what you're going for. If there's a character you want, or if you just want, like, something general, like, you know, long blonde hair, then I'll give you that. We can also change your appearance if you, for some reason, don't want to be a guy, or don't want to be a girl, or I can change that. Apparently I can change your alien skin tone. Really, I'd rather not. I like the blue. And we're not going to change apparels. Make her theory. Can someone quickly grab me a picture of theory? I don't have theory memorized. I'll do my best, but I don't want to be interrupting my stream looking for pictures. Man, That banging scares me every time. I'm afraid someone's like breaking down a door or something, like my prisoner's trying to escape. Blug and Noble chatted about what? Sickles? Xenohumans? How are the married couple coming along? They're doing really well. Sometimes married couples in this game actually get divorced if they don't do stuff together. I think keeping Blug and Noble on the same shift has really helped. So I've paid so much attention to my stream and that I've been adulting all during sides. I mean, you do what you want, man. No one has to be here. I hope whoever's here is enjoying it, but I understand that these streams go on for hours. If you want to handle your life or just play another game, I won't be insulted. I'm playing this game because I like it, and if other people can watch with me, that's great, and if you have other things to do, I totally understand. Ah, come on. So I gotta remember to put these mines in before the actual infestation happens, and I haven't put the mines in. I guess this will just let them get installed when they get made. Alright, so I planned this room out, but I guess I never told them to mine it. How long until these wear off? About half a day. I think we're gonna make it, Tang. I think we're gonna make it. Okay. Oh god. This thing might get killed by my traps. But if it doesn't, I'm going to send out a little welcoming party. If these two aren't able to stop it, we'll just fall back. In fact, I'm not sure they'll get there before it dies. Yep, they did not. That's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, that's going to keep happening with animals. Luckily, this was an actual threat. This buck was, in fact, attacking me, so I mean, the trap did exactly what I wanted it to do, right? I wanted to stop invaders. Mission accomplished. But random animals that wander in can hit them off, too. Like, so imagine this freezer's full. You don't have to imagine very hard. It's pretty full. Running out of meat. Imagine it's full and I have a bunch of potatoes out here. Hello, meat. This is one thing I don't like about Rimworld. When you get these messages, it covers people up. I'm gonna focus Noble on this. Another one! Jesus! Do you get this many artistic inspirations in real life? So theory straight bangs apart in a bunch. Epone, please just get me a picture. I can kind of picture it, but I think I'd get too many little details wrong. Like, if you can't post links here, I'm not even sure if you can. Jesus. Every fucking time. Then just link it in Discord and ping me, and I'll pause the stream moment. Oh my god. That thing is absolutely gonna gun Blue down. The Blue can't run. Okay, this is a problem I didn't foresee. Because I don't foresee fucking anything. Oh shit. Shit. Still not enough, but it's bottom seconds. Go. The bullets that are hitting it, pause it a little bit. Even though it can move faster than Blue, if it's getting hit. Come on. Jesus, why are you attacking Blue when there's meleeers? This is your punishment for not watching my stream, Blue. Your colonist doesn't die gloriously in battle like Kari, doesn't die hilariously like Liz. You just lose one fucking body part after another until someday you're sitting in a chair talking about how you used to go outside. At this point, the movement speed barely hurts him. I think that probably knocks him down to close to a 60, though. He was at 64 before this. Yeah, Blue's like, come on, you ninny. Ya pansy? You think you can take me? Alright, anyway. Maybe I should put an auto door in the prison. Maybe I should put medicine in the prison. Or the, not the prison, the medical room. I should actually put the medicine in the medical room. Top tier Rimworld plays right here. Let's uninstall this. We'll give Minxie a flammable cabinet. So, other than the toe, it'll probably be okay. Get rid of that, too. But really, though, that was really bad luck. I mean, I should have expected that literally every shot would make them attack me, because that's just how this stream has gone so far. But man, was that rough luck. Like the first volley right when Blue's there. Oh well, I mean, it's not serious. It's not like his movement is conspicuously lower. Most of this 41% is from the right leg damage. I think losing a toe slows your speed by like 2%. So 64 minus 2 is somewhere around 62. And the math might not come that well because we're down dealing with flat numbers and percentages. We'll just have to see what Rimworld comes up with. Alright, right. Let's put the medicine in there. So we're gonna... I'm thinking I want a bed here and a bed here. So let's put the medicine in the back. All of it. Important. This is importance bigger than this, right? Yeah, this is just normal. I have had a lot of trouble, though, calling things between one stockpile and another. At least they'll do it this time. Yeah. If Minxie's willing to haul, that must, yep, mean Minxie's done. Alright, so we will... This is all smooth stone. Alright, that's cool. We'll put a wall here. We'll put a wall here. I guess we'll put a slate door, I don't know, here, and here. Oh. I want to get up there. We'll just put doors everywhere. Hello, another raid. Tribespeople from the Black River Union have arrived nearby. Tribal raids are always pretty big in number. This one's actually surprisingly small. I was being attacked by 6 and 8 non-tribals, friggin' actual guys with real guns. This guy's got a bow with 2 shooting. This one's a little spooky. We're 7. Are they all bow users? They are. Alright. So they're gonna prepare for a while, and they're very far away. My base is closer to the defense line than they are, so I don't need to do anything immediately. I do need to make Sunny make sure to prioritize that trap. Let's see if we can get a couple more traps up before they attack. If not, that's okay. Epone can backup construct, right? Yeah, you're sleeping, but you thought this was going to be a picnic, huh? You just can't come here and insult Tangia? No, you gotta work, even when you're sleeping. Can you make your floor sterile? Yep, you gotta research it. Like everything. Much like many things, that was an option in default. Now it's part of the infinite tech tree. Like, I should sit down and count these, but just estimating, I'm guessing there's probably between 50 and 60, when there used to be like 12. Hauling slate. Oh, Sunny's probably thinking about building the rec room, but I don't care about the rec room right now. Looks like Epone brought enough wood for both of them. And then it's going back to rest. Afraid it's not gonna happen, my friend. Oh, I see. Well played. Fine, go ahead. But you're coming back out, like, immediately. I hope you know that. So, the game does construction tasks in order of how you actually assign them. So I was telling the rec room walls to be built for this raid. So that's why Sunny's trying to go build that, even though Sunny's right here. But of course, when I tell Sunny to focus on that, Sunny does. I think Blue's just gonna have to sit this one out. Blue's becoming too bad to fight, but I don't want to send him up when he's Yeah, everything is damaged. Like if these actually they're not that damaged, are they? I'm trying to justify not having Blue fight, and to be honest, I'm having a hard time. Alright, how about this? If he gets out of bed, he might get an infection. This place has many bad things, but at least it's clean. So, okay, that's my reason to not send Blug up. We've got Epone, though. Epone can shoot. Not great. Not as good as Blug, but can shoot. Alright. More importantly, though, they're all shooters, which means we can melee rush them. Now, the scary part about that strategy is that it doesn't synergize very well with shooting. Ah, even the Psychic's powers are on my side. They approve of my defense. If you mean the sick bed because you do absolutely nothing, then I know what you're saying. So, this isn't a particularly well-coordinated raid. I need to think about how I want this to work out. I might like make a small sub-room down here with doors that go up so my meleers can pop out of nowhere, but stay in cover if I need them to. I'm just not sure. Because I don't have shield belt yet, even these bows can do minor damage to me. Any of the chumps good for recruitment? They're all tribals, which means they're hard to recruit. Just looking for shooting skill first. This guy's probably the best for shooting skill. He's got 2 bad traits and he has absolutely nothing other than shooting skill. There's no health problems, though. I don't really like him. I don't think I'd recruit him just because of that. This guy, or actually this gal, is pretty decent. Shooting skill 3 is barely any, but I'm at the point where I need multiples of every skill. Undergrounder is good. Xenophile is unusual, but I mean this could be a good thing for Zeph. Pessimist isn't so great. Even named Whale. Our shield belts literally just shields you put on your belt. Yes. They make it so that you can't. They absorb a certain amount of damage from gunfire, both ways, so that you can't use a gun while using them. But if you're shot at, then you don't have to worry about it. Masochist Brawler. Hey, it's my Riona colonist. Melee's good. A second Doctor would be good. I think of all the colonists, Green is the best. He has a combat skill, he's got cooking passion, he's got good Doctor, and he's got 2 good traits. So we'll just have to see what happens. It looks like he's also going to get hit by a trap, which is actually not bad, because it might not kill him. Nope, it killed him. So yeah, none of these guys are not worth recruiting at this point. Look how great these traps are. This guy's like, nope, nope. Oh wow, they are like, nope. Well, that was so much for that raid. They're all dead, right? Yeah, they're all dead. O-Line is trying to escape. Because he's fast and I have to go through doors and stuff, he'll probably escape. You see why I was worried about doing this? Wait a minute. And just what do you think you're doing? I paid for that door. You don't get just... There's literally a... Have sword. Come on. He's hitting you with a bow. Thank you. I always like to get Sunny at least 1 kill because Sunny's got Bloodlust. And Sunny gets a big boost from it. Where is it? Needs. Witness death ×3. Sunny's like, the taste is good. Sunny's got a lot of problems. Sunny's got a lot of problems, and note how little of a shit Sunny gives. Minor bruises. I could probably heal these without medicine, but there's really no reason to when I have 117. Good work, Sunny. So, obviously there's a bunch of friggin' corpses here. It's awkward. Yeah, that raid was not particularly well coordinated. Not a big threat. Luckily for me, there were no super fast brawlers. Like, if that raid could have been scary if they would have, like, used drugs like, Go Juice, which makes them hard to knock down. If they would have had things like Tough or Brawler or Jogger so they could rapidly close the distance. Even across this kill box. I've only got 2 shooters here, and it's raining, so I might not have been able to down a scary brawler by the time they got in my range. Next Sunny sketch needs to be a bloodlust. I love the Sunny sketches. I love Sunny's art in general, and I love that Sunny's embraced this playthrough with these little sketches. So, I'm not saying you have to do it, but I am saying if you did do it, everyone would think it's awesome. Noble, patch Sunny up. Get some doctoring skill before Sunny just shrugs off these diseases. Sunny came up with a theory. Look for Epone. I'm guessing you couldn't post the link in my chat, so you probably pinged me and I didn't notice. Yeah, I see the picture. Okay, we'll just do our best. Oh god, all my windows moved. Alright, I'm just gonna wait until Epone's up and at him, and then we're gonna try this. Sunny, Epone wanted to go to bed a long time ago, so... Rather bright human skin, lolly body. I can't really change the body. Like, I could make her not curvy. I guess that's how you make a lolly. I don't want to change the skin color because I really like being able to tell at a glance the difference between the crystals and the humans. And blue fits Theory anyway. I know she's got normal human skin color, but I'll try my best with the hair. I think the hair is where I could maybe make it look a little bit like Theory. I downloaded this, like, anime hair pack, and it does not lack. Hauling kibble. Why do you even have kibble? Okay, you're just gonna do normal tests. Let's try to change the hair. Alright, I'm gonna have to look away from chat for a little bit. I only have one monitor. I kind of like it that way. Go ahead and judge me. I know you're all gonna. Let's see. Short ponytail. Yeah. I don't know what my options are. I mean, maybe this is technically. I wonder how this looks. I'm guessing this isn't right, but let's check it from the side. No, that's like a bun. That's like frickin' Bayonetta, the old bad hair. So I think I saw something that looked kind of like it. This kind of looks like it. I mean, not really, but these spikes, I don't think they're hair. I think they're just growing out of her flesh. Praxis and Theory are weird, man. It has that, like, dagger thing in the front. Yeah, I think this is as good as I'm gonna get. I gotta make it blue. Luckily, this thing loves saturation, so it won't make it hard to make it blue. It's not a blue-green, it's a blue-blue. It's a light blue. Oh yeah, light colors are hard in this color system. What do you think? That looks pretty right? It looks pretty right. It doesn't look much like Theory, I'll give you that. But I think it's about the best hair I'm gonna get. Alright, we're gonna save that, because I think that's about as good as that's gonna get. And then we're gonna go back in. And I guess I'll try to make her humans clones. Humans are about this color, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Still has the weird blue, purple that change these? What does this do? What does this do at all? It's changing something. I could see the sprite changing a little bit, but I don't know. We're just gonna put it in the same general area. Apparently it doesn't get rid of those purple war paints. Alright, let's see if Chet's yelling at me. Now make her Kirby bodied. I think this is pretty good. It's pretty good. It doesn't look a whole lot like Theory, but Rimworld characters don't look like much in general, so that's not too bad. It's kind of sad she doesn't have the crystalloid skin color. It is, but she still got the distinctive purple war paint, so that kind of sticks out. Plus, she's blue in general. She's got the blue hair. You can see it. She's no Sunny Ghost. But then again, is anybody but Sunny really Sunny Ghost? I think not. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty good about the colony right now. And you know what that means. It's time to make things substantially worse. So, can these 4 hold it off? Probably. Not going to get Zeph anytime soon, unfortunately. We got 16 days. We got 16 days. 16 days is a long time. 3 to get there, but that's still close to a month in game. And it's the beginning of September. So as long as we leave within September, then we're okay. We don't need to rush it. There's absolutely no reason to go until people's wounds have healed. Until the traps are rebuilt. Oh, I guess I didn't put the other ones on auto rebuild. I don't want these bows, but unfortunately if I don't allow them, I can't build the traps underneath. You say you're healed, Bloog. Well, you lack a lot. 61. Yeah, see, the toes are 2%, but now we're dealing with like 2% minus 20%, which I guess rounds down or something. I don't know. I love those goofy mouth names. Not sure what you're talking about, Sonny. What am I researching? Microelectronics. That's right. It's a big one. And no one's even doing it. Let's get the drugs off the chair. Why is there a pile of potatoes on this research bench? What kind of research is Noble doing? What if we made a computer out of a potato and then dropped it down a Detroit salt mine? I think I'm onto something. I need to drink more water. I'm talking too much. Streaming's actually very different for me because it requires me to talk like constantly for hours and hours. And I'm just not used to doing that. Did none of you get that reference? Did none of you get that potato drop? That's where Portal 2 takes place. That's where Portal takes place. Somewhere in the old underground part of Portal 2, there's newspaper articles about like converting Detroit salt mines into high industry. So, okay, all right. Some people are, after I tell the joke, claiming to have gotten it. That's cool. Gold from the heavens usually is a bigger deal. Gold, unfortunately, isn't very good in this game, but I do need at least small parts of it sometimes. So we will haul that in. This stockpile should have raw resources on. Yeah, it's got basically everything on. They'll haul it in eventually. It's too close not to. Do I not have enough wood? Do I not have enough wood? How can I not have enough wood? I had 700 friggin' wood. I don't have any wood now. That's the downside of traps, I suppose. Unfortunately, we don't have tree sowing, so we can't plant more trees directly. And if you remember, this whole area was on fire for like 3 days or something. I mean, I'm not really at risk here, but the less distance I have to go for resources, the better. Let's just harvest literally any tree that can be harvested. If only there was a biome with a lot of trees. Fuck that swamp. That was such a mistake. I didn't even really set up Epone's tasks. I think I kind of like it like that. Epone's kind of just doing whatever Epone does, which feels thematically accurate. God, it tempts me so much. How's Sword of Death doing? Down to 17. That's not bad. And if I get this guy, that'd be a meleeer to replace Sunny when Sunny's on business. Speaking of, another meleeer means another sword. I have this like backup knife, but swords are great. There's no reason not to use them. Can I report this chat to the YouTube mods? I don't know. Probably. I don't know why you'd want to. Oh yeah, this light's in a crappy position, and I was gonna build a friggin' rec room. Okay. So let's put the wire... That's probably far enough. When Sunny wakes up... Still don't have a backup constructor, right? Right, that's, I think, Zeph's new job. Yeah. So Sunny's still stuck doing all the construction. These puns are killing me. Man, this is the danger you get when you invite Zeph into a stream. Just these endless terrible puns. Looks like Epone got involved in it too. There's really gonna be no escape. Alright, reinstall. I want it close to the research bench because I don't want this person in the dark. Looks like they're not, but that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna make this room not shit. At least we're gonna try. Since it's a rec room, you get a bonus not only from the recreation you do in a rec room, but also if the room is good. You get like, I had a blast in a good rec room, in addition to the recreation. 30 foot. Friggin'. Alright, so I'm thinking the pool table's somewhere around here. I might install a television over here at some point. Interestingly enough, you have to like respect the space around the pool table when you're building it, but not after you build it. Yeah, that's a good spot. This is a good spot. Looks like nobody's cutting those plants. I keep forgetting plant cut is its own thing. Generally speaking, when I want plants cut, I want them cut now. Since it's an order you have to give, I don't give it unless it's important that they get cut. So we're going to knock that up to 2 for everyone. Luke's taking it seriously at least. Yeah, Noble's out here too. So this will give a lot of wood. It'll help Sunny have enough wood to rebuild the traps. This is only going to last so long. I might want to consider a different material for traps. I've made traps out of stone before. But the only problem with doing that is it takes a lot longer to build the trap. And I can almost feel Kari going, stop talking about traps. Alright. So this is gonna take ages. There's like a work multiplier for stone. It's like 5 times or something, and these tables already take a long time. So Sunny will be working on it for a while. Really, at this point, I don't care how long it takes. Frankly, the more construction Sunny does, the better Sunny will be at construction. So things that take a long time to build at this point are kind of a blessing. I don't need the table today, and the more skill I get, the better. One thing that the game has is that any gains over 4,000 a day are quartered. So if Sunny manages to get more than 4,000 construction skill, or any skill, then he'll still construct at the same speed, he'll just gain skill at 1/4 the speed. I hate that change. I guess it was put in to make it so you couldn't get skill too fast, but skill's hard to get, period. You didn't have to make it harder, game. So it just kind of encourages you to, like, stop working on a project and work on it tomorrow, even if it's plenty of work left in you. Alright, I think Sunny's only got a normal sword. Yeah. We're going to give Sunny this good sword. I gave the better sword. I think there's an excellent sword out here or something. Yep. So I gave Tangy the better sword because Tangy isn't as good at melee. I wanted Tangy to also be able to perform. But there's no reason not to give Sunny the good sword now. Lamak is sleeping with wieners and beans. Did I ever make proper beds? No, I didn't. I just have sleeping spots. It's like you can make animal beds, but animals don't have like a comfort need. Really, they don't seem to give a shit. And like, I think if you give them beds, they gain rest faster. But frankly, what do I care? I mean, it's not like this, Muffalo has to get up and sow the field or, construct a wall. It'll just literally wander around, eat when it's hungry, and go back to bed. So, I don't care if they spend their whole damn life sleeping. This is getting out of control. Alright, I got way too much food. I'm tempted to put on lavish meals, but all that would really do is just eliminate my meat. You saw that I zoned a little bit more for meat, though. I guess the rest of it can fill up with vegetables, and we can also kill some more life. Box. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot. Let's hunt 3 does. Picking on the girls. Sell some veggies. I would have to caravan. If someone came here, I would absolutely load 1,000 potatoes off on them. Literally 1,000 potatoes. Unfortunately, this person doesn't have anything to trade. They're just passing by. Wasp. Observed rotting corpse. Is that so? Where's this rotting corpse? Here it is. I never allowed it to be cremated. And apparently way over there, they're still like, it's a corpse. Sunny's not doing the work. Oh, that's right. Sunny's building the pool table. Pool table's done. It's good. So the rec room's still bad, but we're probably off to a pretty good start. It's got good wealth. Wealth increases the impressiveness, too. We can really make this place good. Probably with what we have available. So we got 2 more pieces of art. I'm going to put this spacey-looking thing in here, which is the one that's... Oh, I guess I installed the party one in the party room. That's pretty cool. I will put the spacey one in here, indeed. I got this random stony style. Let's put down slate tile over it. And we'll smooth the rest of it out. It'll look a little strange and patchy, but it'll also save a ton of stone. Because, stones are definitely things I need to save on this map. So we got these animals just lying out there not getting butchered. What do you think of the rec room? Ah, here, see, this is what I was talking about. Very impressive rec room. So they get that, and they also get the meal bonus. So these things start to add up. This is how you really start to go into middle of the game Rimworld. And see, when you're happy, you get inspirations. Move faster. That's about the best thing that could happen to Blug. Look at how Blug is cruising at roughly the normal walk speed of a normal colonist. Unfortunately, you can't see how fast. I don't think. Unless it's like here. That's probably actually the... Oh, hey, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff over here. Go Frenzy is 140%, but he's at 61. I know that that doesn't add up to 100. That's actually less than 100. Do the math if you want. 100 times 0.61 times 1.4. I'm more or less certain that's less than 1. Still, though, it helps Glug out while it lasts. And I just got this bonus from having high mood. And that's what you get from stacking up green numbers and get rid of the blue ones. Ratty Apparel. That's something we can also handle. So, his pants are below 50%. So here's what I'm gonna do. 0.854, it's that bad? Well, that's pretty crummy. Thank you for the math. Sign. So we're gonna change the anything to make it so they can only equip clothes that have 51% or more, or are normal or better quality. So if it goes below 51, they take it off. If it goes below normal quality, they take it off. So we're going to end up with a bunch of people with very strange clothing. And see that I'm burning those? I'm already burning them. So if Blue would have ever taken off that apparel, it would have been burned immediately. So let's see what Blue does. He took off his pants. He put on better pants. See, now he's wearing cloth pants that are at 100% good. The old pants are there. And if I wanted to, I could force someone to cremate them, but that task will happen eventually. I mentioned clothing and pants, so chat is going friggin' crazy. I don't like this hay. I wonder if I can turn hay into a meal. Cloud watching. Fucking Epone. Get out of the potato field. So I'm gonna have someone do this just so it gets done. The main advantage of burning stuff you don't want is that it reduces base value, which is how raids are calculated. And also now, see that pant's gone, it'll trigger someone to make new pants. An enslaved miner named Seriously? This name was not made for American tongues. In any event, an enslaved miner named something is crashing in a transport pod nearby. This is basically the free wounded colonist event. Wow, he's even crashing in my base. So he's kind of bad, isn't he? He has mining, which is a skill that's rapidly losing its importance. And he has artistic, which is a skill that is a double-edged sword. It increases your base value, so that's it's a good way to make money, but it's a good way to make money is both a good and a bad thing. Good because you make the money, bad because until you make the money, you have base value you can't use. He's also got a strange combination of skills. Nimble on a character that has no melee skill. Iron Will, and Psychopath. I don't want this guy. I don't want him one bit. He's got an addiction. I don't want him and I don't want him. Also, I don't want him. Do you see Zeph? No way. Absolutely. That other Zeph is 100 times better than this guy. This guy's got nothing going for him and a lot of problems. He would be attacking people. The question is, what do we do with him? If I rescue him, he might join me. I guess I could literally just let him bleed out. He had a flak jacket? He's got some decent stuff. He got the go juice. Sure, let's strip him and leave him to die. It doesn't really matter who does it. Wanted to do it before he dies, though, because it'll become tainted apparel. No immediate danger. Oh god, he's just gonna lay there. It's creepy. After you're done eating Epone, let's send out Epone. I don't want to send out Tangy because Tangy has the move penalty. Name him Emberstorm? I can't. I have to. Someone has to be part of the colony for me to rename them. unfortunately I can't rename random people. That's why I haven't named Zeph yet. Speaking of Zeph, you just got below 10 resistance. Started at like 25 or 30. Come the fuck on. No, don't strip him. Make the bomb. Oh, wait a minute. If he wandered into that tile once, he could do it again. Okay. This one will wait. Oof. We're not getting a blue brain damage off this guy. Alright. You're not looking good, dude. Here. Oh, Epum put on this sexy purple dress. I like this look. Look at this. This looks really classy. Doesn't look much like Theory, but it looks pretty good. Oh, he's up, boys. He's up and he's patching his wound. Recruit him, name him Ember, make him live in the cave. I don't think so. He tended at 0%. He's fucking out. Is he gonna hit a trap? No, since he's considered non-hostile, he can use my doors. Frankly, I never declared him non-hostile, so I'm not sure how that works. Do prisoners count as friendlies in terms of bombs? Yes. But, so like, he won't, if I put that bomb there, then the first time you walked over it, it wouldn't trigger, but every time you walked over it, it would have a chance to trigger. And there's really absolutely no reason to risk that. So maybe putting one in here, period, is just a bad move. Oh good, Sunny put on the flak jacket. I feel a little less bad about sending Sunny into combat wearing absolutely no armor now. This colony isn't canon. He had this whole scenario where, like, he crashed here and then we made him the prince and he became the main character, and in a couple of days we were, like, doing his bidding. He absolutely did not expect us to steal his clothing and leave him to bleed. So he's pissed. He's not having a happy day. 48 wood. It's not a lot of wood still. I'm not going to get any wood from cutting these down, but I want to cut the plants anyway because they can be potential cover for my invaders. Really long term, I should like pave this. Wood floor. I wonder if there's any more ruins in here. Isn't it suspicious? Remember when we were digging up beds and stuff for like a whole run? So I'm gonna give the order to remove roof. I don't even know what roofs we're dealing with, but whatever they are, I want them all gone. And then I'm gonna disassemble the walls, and we'll see what we find. $11 days. How long till I get Zeph? Unfortunately, once you're done with this, it's just RNG on the way up. Unlike with Kari, I'm actually going to try to recruit him. Looks like we knock off a respectable 1.6 every time. That's more than we were knocking off when we were doing Kari, because Minxie has actual social skill. 11. Yeah, Minxie was 9 yesterday. Minxie's... I don't even know where he's getting this social skill. I guess just from talking to prisoners, but that's going up surprisingly fast. I think we were using Noble's 8 before, so... Because he's in a good mood, he's not in a bad mood anyway. Darkness. I can probably get him a lamp. I don't think it matters, to be honest. I think once they're in a good mood, they can't really get in a better mood, so it's like, even if I fix this darkness problem, I don't think I'll get more than 1.6. Let's do it anyway, though, just to see what happens. Tangy got a 1.8. Off an 8 social? Am I just bad at math, or... People are getting idle. I'm getting idle too. I kind of want to do the convoy. And I'll feel really good about doing the convoy when Zeph joins the party. Because then Zeph ain't no Sunny. There ain't no Sunny. But at least I'll have a second meleeer. That gets rid of darkness. He's depressive. Frankly, I don't find Zeph depressive. But look at the mood. It's going to go up to like 50 something. And that's not bad for a prisoner. He's not getting any of the creature comforts. I'm giving him fine meals because I want to speed up the process. You remember I was making a thing of that before, but I'm not doing it this time. I just remembered something. Where's medicine production? It's probably somewhere over here. Medicine production. That lets you turn herbal medicine, cloth, and neutroamine into normal medicine, which improves the medicine quality by like 20 or 30%. YouTube dropped for you for a second. I believe you, but I'm not really watching the stream stuff right now. Like, I'm not watching, like, the analytics, so I apologize for the inconvenience. Grab your sword. Okay, medical and medical. We have something approaching a hospital. It's not sterile, but there are 3 beds, and they're clean. So it's getting pretty late. If anybody's getting tired, I understand because I'm getting tired. I want to see if I can send that convoy off before this ends. I'm going to send it off one way or the other, but I'm hoping to get Zeph beforehand. So by the time this gets down to about 7, I'm going to send it off. That'll give me a safe couple of days in case I have to stop for some reason or just it calculates it wrong. Yeah, someone I can sell stuff to. The only problem with these traders is they usually don't have a lot of money, but they might have things that are worth buying. So Minxie will probably wake up, eat breakfast, and then we'll have him sell. Feeding fine meal. Zeph. Nah, I don't care about Zeph that much. Let's have you sell. Okay. What do you have? Some crystal silk stuff. It's not jumpers. It wouldn't have helped me anyway. The quest is long gone. Got a bunch of dumb stuff, to be honest. This isn't a good trader. Never mind. They've got 40 components and a bunch of neutroamine. All right. So what? Let's just take what we want. It's gonna cost way more money than I'm willing to spend, but we'll say what we want, and then we'll see what we can trade them, and we'll see where we come. How much money is it's gonna cost, and then we'll decide what we want to do. Okay, so the 49 crystal silk is just isn't gonna help. I'm gonna keep the muffalo wool because that's going up, but I'm getting rid of some of these low amounts of leather. I think that's pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of all the clothes. Because I can always make more clothes. And clothes sell pretty well. Get rid of the art. So, if I do this trade, I'll owe him 800. Okay, we're in a good spot. Hey, you want some fucking potatoes? How about some corn? Let's get rid of these. 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 I don't even know why I have 10 I gave fruit. Might stop here. So how much food are we keeping? Thousands. and thousands. There's really no reason to keep all this food. What am I gonna do? I'll just grow more friggin' food. Let's try to get rid of these 1,000 berries. Then he starts owing us money. I mean, I'm gonna lose a lot of food, but I got a lot of food. I think this is pretty good. I think I feel pretty good about this trade. Yeah, look at that. I got plenty of food still. There's even some laying around outside. Frankly, maybe I should be selling more food. Too bad he wouldn't buy the fire foam shells. Alright, that was pretty good. Look, so not only did I get rid of a bunch of stuff I don't need, I got stuff that has value. 40 components. And, like, what was it, like 70 or 80 neutroamine? Because I've got so much neutroamine, I can start thinking about putting other people on flu shot. Let's put Sunny on flu shot, too. Sunny's a very powerful colonist, and there's really no reason not to put more people on it. I'm going to make it so they can carry 2 of them around with them. That way if Sunny goes caravanning, the day or so she's out of the base, actually it's going to be like several days. So we're going to have them something like this. We'll make up to 10. We're going to be really making this flu shot, but it's good. The flu shot's the kind of thing where if you don't see it working, it's working. Because it means people aren't getting the plague. They're not getting malaria. And if I prevent it once the whole run, it might save my life. It's really hard to justify spending money on a lot of things, but it's not hard to justify spending it on that. Alright, how's this rec room going? We've been working hard on it. It's somewhat impressive. It's no longer awful. That statue's making it pretty, it's spacious, the wealth isn't very high, but I don't have much here yet. And it's a little bit dirty. But it's coming. As these tiles get smooth, the beauty will nothing up, but up. Why couldn't I get a raid now? Just have them crash against these guys. I love it when that happens. Oh, these mushrooms! I completely forgot about them. Huh. Put it out. Don't run through it. Put it out. Wow, we got a gigantic power surplus in the day because of those 2 power solar panels. And still, we don't have a lot of actual technology. Alright. I'm almost done with microelectronics. In preparation for that, I'm going to mine the crystal. Think Mixie's my best miner? Yeah, we don't need Noble doing this as a backup now. So remember, if you have a good miner mining, you get more material. So I don't know what we're going to use it for. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Or maybe we won't. I don't know. I have no idea how this mod works. You coming, bro? Yeah, he's coming. Minxie, please. Oh, he must be our warden because of his high skill. Yeah. Although Tangy could probably handle it too. Let's take Noble off that too. It's good if Noble's like, why are you bullying me? But really, it's good to have people that can do Beluga and Noble's jobs. Because Beluga and Noble have a lot of passions for stuff. And if I'm not spreading them extremely thin, that means they can focus on a couple of things and stop being jack of all trades. When did Liz die? I'm almost happy you don't know. Liz died when Noble and Liz tried to rescue Liz's husband. It was a minor gunfight, but we won the gunfight. What we didn't win was the prison being on fire. There were thunder strikes, lightning strikes, that set it on fire. And we could not get that fucker to join us. We couldn't even get him to wake up. And he almost burned to death. I had to take him out of there as a prisoner. And we were trying to haul him, like, over our back. A trip that took a day and a half down was taking 8 days back. I didn't plan nearly enough food for that. Liz had caught the flu. This man's dying of infections. Eventually I settled in the desert to try to handle all this. And the prisoner was long gone. He died very badly. Liz, on the other hand, barely lost to the flu. I'd used up all my medicine a long time before, so I couldn't amputate the leg, and Liz was killed. So 2 colonists went out, 1 came back. It was Grimstream. It was very frustrating for me. It was probably very frustrating to watch. A lot of people had ideas on what to do, you know, get out of there, run some medicine down, but just the distance and the fact stuff rots so quickly, it didn't really seem viable to me at the time, and I really couldn't do much about it. So, and that is the 3rd video, I believe. It's up on my channel, and the only one where the chat was disabled was the 2nd one, so if you want to watch it, you'll be able to see people's comments. So, by all means, check it out. It's at the end. It's like the last hour or so is when everything goes to hell. Didn't I tell you to make art? Oh, I told you to not make art. That's right, I took you... No, I didn't take you off art. Why can't you make art? Not enough material. Okay, why is no one making blocks? Because they're doing other things. Why is Noel researching instead of making blocks? Because I'm telling him to. Okay, it's all coming together now. So we're gonna do that. Liz is so salty about this didn't bury you thing, but man, I wasn't sure Noble was getting out of there alive. Alright, so what did that unlock? Absolutely nothing! Just kidding. It unlocked this high-tech research bench. So we no longer need the simple one. We're gonna deconstruct it. It's actually possible to keep it and, like, if you're doing low-tech stuff, research twice with 2 different benches, but really it's not worth it. So we're gonna mine this out. We're gonna put the big one here. We also need a little bit more steel. Guessing poor Minxie's running around. Yeah, he's having Minxie's having trouble because Minxie's got a lot of priority tasks, and they're far apart. It's tempting to take Minxie out of the fields, but it's not a temptation I'm gonna give into because I think he's blowing everyone away in this skill, and he is. There we go. So at this point, it's just RNG, 9.1 days. Let's plan to leave on 10th of September. One way or the other. And in preparation for getting this new colonist, I should actually finish this bedroom. Build a copy right there. Did you mine the steel? You didn't, probably because you're sowing fields or something. Yep. Man, heal root's a bitch. Actually, I'm starting to get too much. Let's stop allowing sowing. We'll finish this crop, but I don't need thousands, hundreds of it. It does eventually spoil. Oh shit, it's the psychic wave that have made every squirrel on the map go crazy. There's 6 of them. Why am I not happy about this? Because I'm gonna lose all my fucking traps. 1 squirrel, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not even gonna fucking raise the army. I wish it was easier to tell man-hunting animals. Like, this only points to 1 of them. There's the 2nd one. Uh-oh. Oh, you poor bastards. What? What? What is this bullshit? Fucking game. What are they doing? Maybe they're going after them after all. I'm not really sure. No, they are. They're in combat. Hey, they're taking out most of them. Wow. She's not doing good. I'm going to send Sunny out. I might have to rescue her. I'm not sure I'll succeed if she only dies in 8 hours and falling. Maybe I should... Yeah, yikes. Okay. I'm sending Noble out, too. 5 hours. I might be able to emergency patch her up. And I might not. Luckily, it's not my colonist at risk, so I don't really care. And I'll probably have to contend with a squirrel or two, so it's good that I'm sending out Sunny. I should have put a door here, really. I didn't think that through. Not sure I'm going to save her. She's already down to 4 hours. Let's assemble here. We'll fight our way through the squirrels. I see 4 active squirrels? Man, they didn't do that good. Only down 2 squirrels. I'm less and less happy about this. I am less and less happy. They took... I'm just going to fall back. Fuck them. I saw what happened to that woman. I don't need getting by squirrels. Destroy my traps. Whatever. There's more wood on this map. Bitch! Alright. Is it possible for me to make it out there at this point? I guess. We'll try. If we don't succeed, again, not my colonist. It's not looking good, is it? Cleaning dirt. No, dude. Dude! I appreciate your medical standards, Noble. But the situation isn't that good. She has 2 hours and about 1,000 bites. So I have to turn off all medical care. There's just not enough time to get medicine. I'm not even sure how I would have gotten medicine out here in the first place. You can't normally carry stuff. I guess I really don't need Sunny here anymore. You can grab the food and head back. Or eat a fine meal, I don't care. So are we going to be able to save this person? It's looking more and more likely. It's a lot of bleeding to stop, but every one I stop it will slow it down a little bit. Looking better than Tumblr is. Heyo! My father was attacked by a squirrel as a child, and my grandmother thought it was so hilarious that she'd tease about him all the time. That sounds like a loving family right there. So we're just not closing wounds fast enough. Or are we? It's really hard to tell. I think it'll come down to the wire. It's not looking good. Yeah, just unfortunately just too many wounds. He got through about half of them, but it just wasn't meant to be. This is what I'm talking about Pain Stopper being a problem. Like, if you don't go down, you can just take so many wounds that it's hard to heal you. Well, you might as well haul in a squirrel. Sorry, girl. The alternative to that was, if this was my colonist, what I would have done was fight it out with the squirrels. I wouldn't have run back here. I would have run toward the squirrels, fought them probably here, and then Noble would have had time to close the wounds. Whether that would have saved her life is a different story. She would have probably gotten some infections from being treated that. You can see some of these aren't very good. We've only got a 12 and a 6. Noble's actually a pretty good doctor. He got some decent rolls. There's even some 50s here. But some of them would have been very low. They would have taken a long time to heal and had a high infection chance. It's likely that we could have eventually gotten her back to the hospital if it was my colonist. As a visitor, though, they won't willingly come. I'm not sure we could haul them in after we treat them out, Dower. So And then there's, of course, the possibility for real damage to happen to Sunny. Like, Sunny's gone down once, and I don't think forest squirrels would have been a serious danger to Sunny, but really there's no reason to risk it. But if it was my colonist, I would have risked it. Because saving someone's life would have been more important than potentially some damage. That's my mentality on that one. I didn't try very hard because I didn't have anything to really gain. Like, I would have gotten a faction boost if she would have exited the map healthy, but that's it. She would have never joined me. She's already part of a faction. 8.3 days. I'm leaving on the 10th. Oh, well, well. You know what? I don't even need to send Sunny. I could send Zeph. There's a good idea. Zeph, congratulations, you're an escort. What is Zeph's title? I can't think of anything immediately punny. I'll leave this one up to chat. Oh god, punny is probably the right way to go, isn't it? Alright, you're naked. No, you're wearing pants. And a shirt. You're actually not doing bad. Do we have a real Zeph? We do have a real Zeph. How did you miss it? Because it literally just happened. We just recruited him. Her, actually. I'm gonna make Zeph a man. If nobody has a... I mean, really all of this is up to Zeph, but as much fun as the harem thing is, I think I like Zeph as a guy. What in the living fuck? So Zeph, I hope you're happy being a girl. Oh my god. Mistakes were definitely made. It seems these two mods are not agreeing with each other. This is amazing, actually. Yeah, you were the headless horseman. Well, this is new. I'm enjoying this more than I have any reasonable right to. You are male. These are male hairs? Really? So to be fair, the mod does warn that it may have adverse effects. I'm looking for a head that, like a hairstyle that fits with being headless. And unfortunately, none of them really do, to be honest. We could just have the flying fro. This is terrifying. You're like some sort of like automation. No wonder you're depressive. Try changing the skin tone. I can, but I think it only changes the color. Jesus. Was nobody doing my animal stuff? Alright, hold on. Back to the mirrors, though. I think it's just color, unfortunately. Ooh. Let's make it black. Or red. The bowels of hell can be seen in this synth shirt. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zeph. But you have to admit, you're already interesting. You haven't done anything yet. And now you are the spookiest colonist. And that's not easy with a ghost. But you've managed to pull it off. So you're doing a bunch of animal stuff immediately. I'm not really sure why. But I like it. You only got a 6, but you definitely have an interest in doing it. What other priorities should I set you on? Why does Noble have literally no bed rest? Zeph, there was a reason I wanted Zeph in particular. Right, backup constructing. That's right. Make that your priority. Alright, so if you're done with the friggin' and you're not done with the plants, I'm guessing whoever's on plants was just not doing their good job. Who was that? That was Sunny and Tangy. Not sure why Tangy's not doing it. Tangy's doing art, but art is at 2, right? Art is at 3. Handle's at 2. And you've got a good handle skill. You had that shitty rhino. Oh. Alright. So, once again, I'm going to screw with shift. I'm going to put Epone and Zeph on the same shift. That's a way to ship them. Generally speaking, if people are awake and asleep at the same hours, they interact more. And you can't directly ship people in this game, but they can get these little bonuses from talking. So Epone and Zeph have only chit-chatted once. But if they're awake at the same hours, they'll just pass each other a lot, especially if they're doing the same kind of tasks, and I think they will be. Epone seems to spend a lot of time outside, and Zeph does too. So there's no guarantee those two will ship, but generally speaking, the only taken girl in this whole harem is Blue. So you got your pick, man. There are 4 eligible bachelorettes in this dating sim. We got the sexy ghost that has shrugged off all injuries. We've got the like the backup support that's holding the colony together. We've got the goth chick that's just doing art, and actually I don't remember what else Tangy's doing. But we also got Epone, who looks nothing like Theory, but frankly I think looks quite classy. So we will see which of these eligible bachelorettes Zeph goes with. Bandit camp quest. So there's a camp with 3 enemies, and if we defeat it, they'll give us 15 of the best medicine in the game and 2 Tech Prof Sub Persona cores. Tech Prof Sub Persona cores finish your current tech, whatever it is, no matter how far you're on it. Needless to say, it's good for picking the expensive ones. So, excuse me, I'd probably pick a multi-analyzer, and I'd probably, to be honest, hold off the second one for deep drilling or something. Not saying I'm doing that quest. But we have 27 days, that's a full 2 months. It's literally right there. Where do you see Darklight? Black River Union. Did I miss something funny? Oh yeah, Darklight, Chief of the Great Cactus People. Huh. Is that a coincidence, or do we have something to do with that? So, I found out why Melissa Greylight keeps showing up in my games. You can actually force the game to put in a colonist that has been added to the game through the early access. So when Tangy bought the early access version of this that lets you name a colonist, and Tangy tried to put in Tangerine Cookie, and they told them that name was not cool enough, and so Tangy tried something else, and about 100,000 variants later, we ended up with Melissa Parsnip Greylight. We even tried Melissa Snarky Greylight. We tried like 5 variants of my name too. But in any event, unfortunately you can only add in colonists that are actually part of the thing. Like, I can't add in Tangerine Cookie, but I can add in these 2 tangs here, whoever they are. So I did this like a year ago, and then to be honest, I completely forgot. This screen has stayed pretty constant through all the betas, so it's intentionally putting in Melissa Greylight. I could remove that, but really there's no reason to. Windy has this version as well, and Windy has a colonist, but I think it's a joke with like some other group. It's not Windy, so unfortunately I can't put in the Windy colonist. I don't even know who it is. Like, I could ask him, but it wouldn't mean anything to me. Alright, it is the 10th. So as much fun as doing those walls is, We are going to form a caravan. We're going to send out the Headless Horseman, and we're going to send out Mixme. Let's just tentatively only put in 1 Muffalo. So we need to haul those 21. Where the hell are they? Fire foam shells. Which weigh like 20 something. We'll take all the packaged survival meals. That's just not enough food. Let's take the Pomesian and the simple meals. That's barely enough food. Why do I have so few simple meals? Well, we can trade there. If I need to buy some paste on the way back, I'll do it. Let's also take 1,000. No, alright, watch the tiles. So it's at 5 right now. If I take 500 silver, how much does it drop to? 4.9. 4.9 is not a whole lot. This isn't really a trading mission. Chances are they won't have anything that great anyway because they're just a tribe. I think this is pretty good. But let's also bring fucking 25 medicine. Neither of these guys really have doctoring skill to speak of, but Jesus, this actually slows me down that much. Alright, what if we bring the other Muffalo? Not much, to be honest. It also increases our visibility. Visibility increases the chance of a random event on the road, which mostly are neutral, but they could be negative. 2.6 days. That's not bad. We were taking food for, what, 7? So we got 2 days in the can. Away we go. And if it's like every other colony I've done in this entire friggin' game, before they even leave the map, the raid will come in, or mechanoids will drop from the sky, or who the hell knows. We'll just have to see. In other news, we're finally making the new research bench with the chair. I love the smell of salvage indeed. Alright, so now we have more research options. We can do everything in this area if we meet the prereqs. God. Fucking gun turrets. I should probably just do the gun turret line. More importantly, though, we get this stuff. That's a lot. I have absolutely no idea what these do. No clue. So let's, before we delve straight into that, is there anything I really need? I should have taken sterile materials. I didn't even need microelectronics for that. I need shield belt. I can't remember if this requires uranium or not, though. It doesn't matter if it requires it or not. I need it. I also want medicine production. I want a lot of stuff at this point, to be honest. I'm kind of killing time here to see if Chad has any thoughts. Project Tech Level Ultra. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. Weren't you going to get turrets? I was going to get turrets, but my choke point's actually doing the job of turrets for the meantime. Not that they're getting rebuilt. I'm out of wood again. But as long as those traps are there, they will thin the raids in ways the turrets will. They won't be able to keep up in the ways the turrets will, but it'll buy me time. Just looking for trees to harvest. This one's taking some damage. I wonder if Noble shot it or something. Alright. I like the sound of fire foam. It's not actual fire. It's fire suppressant foam. Hey, a bunch of psychoid leaves I can't really use because I never learned psychoid refining. Hey, I apparently did learn psychoid refining. Alright, sure, make some flake. Not that people will actually do it. Wow! I know it's on triple speed, but Tangy's finally got Tangy's ass in gear. Look at that skill going up, too. You're right about the lighting. No. Build copy. How's that room doing? It's getting better. It's beautiful now. It's very impressive. So that's actually very good. Brooding, Sunny is brooding. Fucking squirrels. You know what I should really get? I should really get tree sowing, which is 1,000 points. We're getting that next. We're gonna need to plant trees if we're gonna be using this much wood to keep those traps doing their thing. I'm also gonna remove the any roofs that exist in these ruins just so there's more space for trees to grow. Alright, so the Wonder Twins are off. I still haven't made any bedrolls. They're only a day and a half away. That's pretty surprising. Alright, I got 5 colonists at the base. Remember, we started today with 5 colonists. We got Epone through that event with the Wanderer joint, or the Chased Refugee, and we got Zeph from that same event because he stepped on a trap. So we're 2 colonists up. Even though we have 2 people out, we still have the same number of people to defend the base. And they're both combatants. Epone, a combatant, has replaced Minxie, a non-combatant. It's not a good trade. Minxie is an exceptional colonist, but at least if we could get raided, then I won't have to worry about that. I'm not happy about no one cooking right now, because we clearly don't have a lot of meals. We have no more meat. Yeah, let's go hunt something. I don't see any really big game. Oh, there's some bucks and stuff. What the hell? Timber Wolf took it down. Let's just kill them all. So, Nopal and Epone should prioritize that. Yeah, they're gonna. Mad Gazelle. Inconvenient. Let's shoot it dead. I'd rather kill it than it hit another one of my friggin' traps. I still only have 21 wood in the bank. Timberwolf killed it and didn't eat it. The Timberwolf doesn't need to eat every part of it. You can see the head was bitten off. It's pretty ghastly. Apparently that was enough to fill the Timberwolf's food requirement for the time. I think it's coming in hot. Oh god. Come on, guys. There we go. Excellent work. So I'm gonna have you guys go back to that. Let's have Sunny haul the gazelle. Actually, Sunny's doing what I asked him to do. I can't describe how little of a shit I give about that task as far as priorities go. Haul the gazelle. Oh, both my hunters are coming back. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. And that's good because I'm gonna have to make more survival meals anyway. What I really need is another cook above level 6, other than Blue. Oh, Epone's got it. Excellent. Epone's a pretty good colonist. I feel pretty good about having Epone. How are these guys doing? About a day away. It's getting pretty late, even here. So I think when that convoy gets there, I'm going to call it stream. And then we'll have them coming back. I'd like to end it on a climactic note with a raid or something, but man, it's getting freaking late. I still hate how he goes all the way over here for this food instead of grabbing this one that's right there. Rare Thrumbros. So this isn't the first time one of these guys has wandered in the area. Thrumbos are like the ultimate animal. If you thought the elephants and the rhinos were tough, you haven't seen nothing. I can take like 6 or 7 colonists shooting assault rifles at Thrumbos, and we still have to run around for 30 seconds to down them. They can take incredible abuse. Furthermore, the game definitely guilt trips you here. Gigantic, graceful creature of unknown origin. By the way, we didn't put any aliens in our game. The Thrumbo is gentle by nature, but extremely dangerous when enraged. While its long fur is exceptionally beautiful, its hide is also incredibly resistant to damage. Its razor-sharp horn fetches a huge price. You can even use the horn as a weapon. It's actually, I think it's like better than a normal sword, although higher quality swords probably beat it out. Legends say the old Thrumbo is the wisest creature in the universe. It simply chooses not to speak. These guys are definitely a trap. You can try to kill a Thrumbo, good friggin' luck. And by the time you can fight one, they start sending them in packs. So it's possible to kill the Thrumbos, especially if the Thrumbos come in with like sicknesses or they have other problems. Oh my god. Kind of like that, to be honest, but not nearly that bad. Oh, he's got a mangled scar to the brain. Look at that, though. His brain has 80. Our brains have, like, what, 10? Yep. So that gives you a sense of how tough the Thrumbro is. 200 points for the head. Body has 320 points. This scar isn't even shaking it. Its consciousness is 90% with a brain injury. Its movement, 96. Thrumbo doesn't give a fuck. He is, however, bleeding all over my base. He's losing 22% of his blood a day. That's what this number means, by the way. So you have to be out here 5 days in order for him to be in serious danger. He won't last on the map 5 days. Can you still wall them in? Nope. If you try to build a wall near them, they wake up and walk away. As for alcohol poisoning, maybe. If you leave that doubt nearby, they might drink it. I did never use that strategy much, so I don't know if it's been patched, but chances are it has. 8% part of the humans walks into a trap. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, our best chance here is if one of these get infected. Because that'll start to slow it down. But you can see it's healing. Other than the brain injury, of course. It's actually, it was better than it was. Thrumbo doesn't give a fuck. Incompetent cook? This one's not incompetent. Got an 8! Can we make it a pet? It's technically possible. We can try. Why are you confined indoors, Tangy? I think that was when Tangy had like a sickness or something, and I didn't want Tangy to wander around. That's why Tangy wasn't doing animals. Tangy literally couldn't go outside. Alright, so Tangy's gonna try to tame the Thrumbo. And you'll see how bad the odds are. 1.2% chance. With a 12. Good try, Tang. Good try. On the upside, you saw that they don't have a retaliation chance. I think that's been changed. They have a retaliation chance if you shoot them, but not if you try to tame them. And it didn't make a lot of sense for them to have a retaliation chance on taming. If they're supposedly so wise, they would know we pose no threat and we're just trying to communicate happily. Good night, Tang, and don't worry, the stream is about over as well. Fulfilled trade offer. Wow, that's a lot of money. Alright, so that trade gave us 12 points with them. It's slow at the beginning, but as we get more money and as we send more convoys, we can actually make a, where is it? Factions. We can actually make some headway. They only have a tendency to drop to 50, And if you get them to 75, they become your ally. Which means they'll show up if you're being attacked, and you can do more options with them for calling for favors. Let's see if they have anything worth trading. For one, I don't need their food, because I got plenty of food. They have some plasteel. It's kind of against my policy to buy plasteel, but I've just seen so little of it. And I have so much cash. That's probably about all they have that's any good. They don't have any high-tech stuff. They'll never have above primitive weapons and primitive clothing. You gotta go to the other bases if you want to find the cool stuff. Let's just buy the components and the plasteel. I think that's pretty good. Alright. It is 10:32 my time. I'm going to give it about 3 more minutes, and if nothing happens, we're going to call a stream. So what's my long-term plan? I got to find a way to keep building these traps. And I have to find a way to stop plants from growing. Alright, shield belt. That's good. Let's get tree sowing. Jesus Christ, we're going to need a lot of wood. They got that really quick. I think we got that 10 times faster than we got our first tech option. Shield belt. Ooh, it does not require uranium. Glad I bought that plasteel now. I might have 20 plasteel on me. And if I don't, some's coming back. I do. So someone's gonna finally get a shield belt. Probably not a great one. Let's make sure absolutely no one can craft that except Luke, and that's true. So, can't make shield belt, need material. Is that so? 2 component, 50 steel, 20 plasteel. I don't have the steel. Fair enough. Fair enough. I've absolutely let my steel get way too low. There's absolutely no reason to let my steel get this low when I'm surrounded by it. Looks like I'm getting close to tapping these veins out. Last I checked, those were the only veins I had available to in the base. But there's definitely some up in the old spider caverns. There's this block here. This looks like a giant vein. There's this here, another big one. I got steel. Got steel. Got berries, too. Minxie's my miner, and I think I turned everyone else off mining. Let's put Noble back on mining. Let's put Noble back on throwing up in my friggin' dining room. Watch out for the spider caverns. They might get trapped with Kari. Thankfully, calling them the spider caverns at this point isn't even accurate. No. Oh god. His manipulation is very low because of his food poisoning. Luckily, he's at the worst of it. He'll get better from here on out. Kinda wanted to show off the shield belt. Fucking A, Noble! There we go, recovering. That's only 30. I think this... yeah, it's a multiplier to eating. Not eating, what was I thinking? Hunger? I don't know. It makes it so you have to eat more because you keep throwing stuff up. It's pretty gross. Speaking of pretty gross, Epone, I want you to clean before you start doing other stuff. You can cook. Please do cook. You're a good backup cook. That field wins 0 bedrolls. Yeah, I just flat out keep forgetting. I've got plenty of wool. Alright, we got the mining. Skill under search. The damn lie! Right? something else requiring the steel? Yeah, Noble had it. Noble's carrying it, so that had it claimed. Alright, I just want to start that before Blue goes to bed. Does this count as something happening? Kinda doesn't. Let's finish out this in-game day. Alright, well, freaking out of meat again. So, as far as the stream went, I'm really happy I got some more colonists. I got another shooter, I got another meleeer, and both those guys have weird backup skills to boot. So, I'm feeling a lot better about our overall survival. I'm also glad my choke point works. Clearly, I'm gonna have to do something to keep these supplied with material. I'm tempted to swap them over to stone blocks. I think the stone blocks even hit harder because they're like a harder material, but they take a lot longer to build. And right now that's probably not a problem, but if I build more traps or if I get attacked more frequently, it'll be a problem. What are Minx and Zeph doing with wieners? It's best not thought too much. Luckily, Muffalos make great pack animals, so the Muffalo's carrying their stuff. And yes, I am totally ignoring your crude joke. Aren't you supposed to be in bed? Oh, I guess not. Alright, I'm going to call the stream here. We'll have a shield belt tomorrow, we'll have our colonists back, and we'll continue to try to defend this place and do various quests in the overworld. But it is becoming really late. If I stream tomorrow, I won't start this late. But I might not stream tomorrow, I'm not really sure. So, for the people still here, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the flip side.